Okay, this time I've got everyone's audio like cranked, so we should all be nice and crystal clear. If anyone is watching, definitely let us know if you want more audio from the cast. Usually my mic is pretty jacked, so if you're not getting enough of me, well, I don't know what to tell you. If the music is inaudible and you want to hear it, let me know as well. I can hear it just fine. Oh, thank you for the tip. What?
First.
Did you have bits on hand?
No, it just cost me like $1. So I was like, there we go.
All right, thanks, Jim. I appreciate that. You're like my supportive father. Like, here you go. I bought lemonade from your lemonade stand.
Right. Let's frame your first $1.
You won't starve today. How about tomorrow, though?
So how was
Spencer, now that you're making money, I would like to talk about how I'm going to be paid for all of the work that I do.
I will split this dollar amongst everyone evenly. No, I mean,
$1 each.
but seriously, anything donated to us just goes towards materials. We're probably going to be doing Dragon Heist at some point. I don't know if it's going to be right after it comes out. It depends on how much time we want to invest, but I know we're all excited for the new hardcover. We like to dig into those. So that would be fun. Okay, so how was everyone's fireside chat? Just some background. The players sometimes get there even if I'm not around. Oh, it did not happen?
Yeah, we held off just due to where the session ended, and there wasn't. It didn't really make sense to fit it in anywhere. So.
Gotcha. So, I mean, I know that it kind of looks like this is just going to be phantasmagoric, this whole session, but a lot of that's because we can do long stretches where we role play for a long time, where we just kind of get to know the characters better. So I wanted to give you all a chance to even just do some development of the world around you through fighting. Does anyone have any questions about what's happening in Hellgate Keep? We're going to do a recap, but just any immediate questions before we do recap? Okay, cool. I'm going to start with Laura Lightwind. Laura's having some... You've been having, like, both as a player and as a character, Laura's going through some stuff. I mean, what are you feeling like talking about with Laura and the situation
So
here?
Laura's struggling with her addiction to Witchfire Draft. She just took like 2 bottles today. Or not 2, I guess 2 doses. Her second dose was like less than an hour ago. So she's dealing with the high energy juice?
Yeah, it's kind of
I don't know how drugs work.
It's kind of an upper. It fills you with like magical arcane energy that allows you to work with the weave. We've kind of established that it can trigger, chaotic effects, such as wild magic. So there's that. And Laura she's currently a paladin. Is that right?
Slightly.
Okay. I think a fireside would do you good, because I do want to talk about what's been influencing your powers, because Laura's taken a lot of shapes, but you're currently a paladin and what? Fighter?
Mostly fighter.
Okay.
Not like only 1 level of paladin so far.
Gotcha. Just a little bit of sprinkle of paladin.
It's very possible that what we call a paladin is really just having extra healing potion on hand. I don't know.
I gotcha. Okay, well there we go. So, that's pretty clear to me. I'm gonna go to Many. Many, thank you for joining us. I guess I want to actually start. Can you tell me give me your 10-second summary of your character, but mostly your character's feelings. Tell me about your feelings. What you're dealing with.
Which feelings?
About the situation you're in. You know, you had this thing that happened with Declan, and the last session was really weird, mostly because, again, like most of my games, there was, you know, it was a lot of improv. So, I mean, how are you putting things together? We sometimes have to sort through these things afterwards.
Yeah, so I think that she is basically still reeling from what happened to Declan because she didn't see it, and she just saw him like pop out of the mirror. She knew he was there, but it's just like more real now, and she didn't really know where her or Noodle went. Or sorry, Kim or Noodle. And she feels really bad that Noodle got sucked into the mirror, and she's just like upset but very happy that they're out, and not really noticing that there's all these other things that are probably really evil that are going to attack them.
Yeah, so Declan was in a mirror of life trapping. And apparently all you had to do was smash it, but instead you did the whole thing like that mayor from Ghostbusters did, you know, where he just opened the ghost trap and just let everything out. No one knows what I'm talking about. That's fine. Okay, let's move on to
I know what you're talking about, but it has been the better part of 2 decades since I saw that movie, so...
Fair enough. Oh, hey, look at you. True neutral. Well, it's Jim's turn first. Jim?
Sure. Yeah, Declan's been kind of MIA for the last session. He was trapped in a mirror of life, whatever the hell. Probably a little bit confused, a little bit alarmed. He just kind of, I'm guessing, just sort of appeared in this room in front of everybody, along with people he's not familiar with. Some of his friends look hurt, and the scene is quite clearly decorated with some chaos. So I think he's on high alert, but also really kind of out of it based on what just happened.
Do you want to talk about your situation in the Mirrorverse, or not like the Star Trek Mirrorverse, but you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think he's going to want to talk about it at some point.
Okay,
sure.
You want to break it down maybe after the fight and not during your intro?
Yeah, I think it's more of a because I mean mechanically he disappeared for X number of turns, but narratively I think there's gonna I have an idea for a little bit of a spin on it that might be more fun than that. I
think that would be fair, because I think that, did you ever, like, speaking of Star Trek, have you ever watched Deep Space Nine? Does anyone here? No one's.
I mean, not in succession,
really
but I've seen episodes of it.
All right, so there's this episode. It was my favorite episode of Deep Space Nine because it's dark as hell. And O'Brien, who used to be just the sad teleporter chief.
So it's not Troubles with Tribbles?
It's Trials and Tribulations is actually the Deep Space Nine version of it. Get it? Trials and Tribulations? No? Okay. Anyway, but O'Brien ends up getting, breaking some sort of obscure law for this alien world. So all they do is sit him in a chair and put like a VR helmet on him for all of 5 minutes. And he comes back out after 5 minutes. It's like, I was in prison for 100 years. Gosh, I'm getting deja vu. I think we talked about this when you were all in hell for a long time.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that show, but this sounds familiar.
Yeah, never mind. I guess that concept comes around a lot with weird timey things. Anyway, I'm going to move on to Maeve. Maeve, you're standing in front of a woman who is talking to you like she knows you, and she says that she is some sort of great-grandmother, a great-great-grandmother, something of that nature. Do you have anything you want to talk about from the last game?
Well, I think Maeve is a bit confused, but more importantly, a mirror just shattered and a whole bunch of shit just spilled out. So potential relatives / crazy people who think they're relatives can wait till later.
Yeah. And speaking of mirrors, I kind of have like a mirror-related cold open, but I'm not utilizing the mirror of plot, of plot enhancement. So We'll do that in a second here. Benjamin Floop-Dougal. You got anything going on? Any thoughts you want to talk about before we start? We're going to start at, 8:30, apparently, Eastern Time.
Not really. Interesting looking group of miscreants.
Yeah,
What looks like a giant rat.
we got 4 unarmed soldiers. We got a rat. We have something that is kind of standing in the doorway. Some tiger-shaped thing, and a red lady. That's who we've got going on here. Speaking of the red lady and the other red person, Ed, do you have any thoughts? Anything you want to bring up before we start? Remind people of?
The red lady's gonna be my friend.
I think we'll talk about that for sure.
No, just that elf lady's. She's evil. Took her necklace.
So, there is another cold open, and we can decide where this information is communicated and how. I know that it's going to happen in the future, but I like to start us off with some atmosphere. So,
Before we go on to the relevant stuff, I have one thing that I want to bring up relating to Laura.
Sure.
Because I forgot to mention that before we moved on to other people.
Oh, okay.
So Laura's companion Cybolt just kind of left with a dragon, and so that's kind of surprising to Laura. She hasn't really ever treated him like a person, and didn't expect him to even think to not stay with Laura.
Yeah, for sure.
So she doesn't know how to feel about that, and she's kind of in shock at the moment.
I think I went and I got one new name for things, by the way. That dragon, totally forgot the name of it. So that's a bummer.
Oh wait, the dragon.
Larry?
It was.
Oh, it was Larry. Yeah.
I was gonna say Jerry.
Yeah. So she is gone. Larry falls kind of from what you all know about dragons now, kind of falls somewhere between an adult and an ancient, able to do a little bit of mojo. Okay, anyway, so back to kind of our opening here. We cut to, actually I'm going to switch up this music just really quick. I'm going to use that myuu track from before. It's a little bit more dark. I like dark. There we go. Oh, how do I skip to the next part of the queue? Do you know? Is it all just one? Do I have to clear it? He'll get it.
Okay, let's stop it and then just
All right.
start it over.
I'm going to keep going while you do that. Thank you. Anyway. So we cut back to the scene you saw in the magic mirror. The mirror of the past? Yeah, that's what those things are called. We see Mimi staring up into the air as Arkan Nekore begins to float off. Before this moment, he had just been kind of whooshing this white and black swirling energy into Hellgate Keep, kind of collapsing it in on itself. She's staring up at him, and she kind of reaches out with her mind, and you can hear it for some reason, even though sound isn't always present in either these stories that you're told or what the mirror provides to you, however this information gets to you later on. She says, oh, stop. Arkan, you're the only one that's left now. You can help us and me. And he looks back and he shakes his head. There's this cold look in his eyes, and there are dark circles that form around, kind of around them. He looks like he hasn't slept in years. He says, just remember, a forest grows back stronger after it's been burned to the ground. And he, ascends higher into the sky until this black portal, like a pitch black, inky well, opens up in the sky, and he's gone. We cut to Einar, who is stalking a large elk in a dark forest. There's snow lightly drifting to the ground, and we're close to an area that you'll probably be more familiar with in the future, known as High Melt Lake. It's actually north of the Anorak Desert, where the Netherell had their kingdom. And he's young. He has no bone wings, no shining helmet that Maeve now wears. Just a stick, a long, sturdy stick with a knife lashed to the end. It's not the weapon that he would be known for, but he, someday would go to the West to become, a trusted mercenary, and later on, someone that disappeared. He is stalking this elk along the shore, watching these long ships of his tribe sway in the water around the mountains that reach north, and he just, almost like a snap, his muscles contract and he bolts off towards this elk. He leaps towards it, screaming at the top of his lungs, and the elk just runs off. He is panting and frustrated, and he starts to hear crackling of branches behind him. A woman appears behind him wearing finely made chainmail, and she is holding a lantern that seems to shine a light that has no fire inside. She says, you're really not used to things being faster than you, huh? He grunts and kind of starts to head off towards a small village. He says, this land is very well protected by my people. We often kill intruders on sight. You best be careful. She looks at him kind of confused, a little bit sad, and she says, I guess she was wrong. And he replies, who was? The old woman, said this woman, who introduces herself as Hames. I'm Hames. I'm supposed to find you. And we cut back to the scene that is happening before us. Hames is mirroring what she said in that time, staring into Maeve's eyes. She says, I'm Hames. Now go on, don't stare at me, help them. We hear the sounds. You outside, you still hear the beasts that you've unleashed, scaring horses and storming off. But right now, it's time to fight. Does anyone have any questions before I have you roll initiative?
Do we hear anyone saying, oh shit, a dragon?
Yeah, definitely. Oh shit, a dragon. Quite a lot happening outside. Much better cold open than I normally do, right? Jeez. It's like I actually tried this time.
Yeah, it was good.
Good.
Exposition is fun.
Exposition is fun. All right, so we can swap to, if y'all want more intense music than my sad music, my melancholy stuff that I like, but I'm going to have you all roll initiative. I have to roll a bunch of initiative as well. So let's get this going.
Oh shit. Dragon.
I played the Season 8 Epic just a few hours ago. It pretty much just got out before I got here. That was fun. It was all roleplay, which was weird for Adventurers League.
Oh no, audio bot.
All right. And yes, the werebore is in hybrid form, just so we don't have to deal with any trickery. He's smart. He's smiling and smarmy and proud to be here. He says, "Well, this is just fine. I needed to let loose some of that pent-up aggression. You don't even know how long I've been in there. Oh man. All right, I got my initiative roll. Does anyone else need to roll, or are we good to go?
I think I'm good.
All right, we're getting back into the tussle. Laura, it's your turn to fight.
Is the oh, there we go. Yes.
I gotcha.
Is the thingy starts with an S?
The
thing that
specter?
touches you and it goes like, "Rah, I'm a ghost."
The specter?
Yeah.
I'm gonna remove the
Got
mirror.
now.
Yeah. Yeah, we're good.
So, before anybody immediately jumps into murdering each other, Laura thinks pretty fast and she says, "All right, anyone who doesn't want to get their ass kicked is gonna leave the room right now."
Okay. I think that's a very good thing to do. Do you mind doing a social roll? Are you trying to persuade or intimidate?
I guess really I should be using the intimidation modifier of this whole group where everybody's going to kill each other. But I don't think it would be Laura persuading as much as the Laura.
So we could do everybody rolls intimidate.
Like Laura says this, and then everyone makes their scariest face.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
No. Maeve just takes her bow and just licks it while staring at dead guys.
Oh my god.
Oh, I had another roll I could have done.
I assume people can use their reaction to surrender.
Elvira, don't do that. I got a noisy cat again today. Always the noisy cat.
She's just trying to help.
I will close her out here in a second. I'm just getting some stuff. I had some character concept redesigns, so I'm just changing a name on something before I throw any rolls in there.
I think I'm also oh gosh, I gotta press Q. Laura's also going to. She's not gonna wait for people to surrender. She's going to jump on the table and into this guy's face with a slash and slash and slash of cards. Although not really. Actually, I guess a flurry of cards would be a quicker way of saying that.
All right.
Not really. A
So yeah, you kind of jump up on the table and slide on over, and you hit with those first two. These are good old thugs. My very favorite low-level NPC because they're just big old HP sponges that murder things. Okay, so you slash him across the neck and shoulders. You did not hit a major artery, but he is bleeding quite a bit. You maybe could have. Let's see. So everybody was rolling some charisma checks here.
Yeah, do you want to rule on that? How do you want to? What's the deal here?
Yeah. I mean, everything I rolled critically failed. So I'll tell you what. The... Oh, wait, was that initiative? Or I thought I... Oh, yeah. All right, let me do some
You
thugs
only
real
did
quick.
3 charisma checks.
I did. Oh, wait. Dang it. They got intimidation. All right. I know what we're going to do here. Okay. The one that you hit and the one to the north of her looks pretty... look pretty terrified. I would say that they look more likely to flee as they are closer to you and the red demon thingy. It is...
She's gonna, since they look a little bit less about to murder her, she's going to back off a little and probably not take any attacks of opportunity.
You got it. It is Ben's turn.
What the hell is that?
That is something that is shifting from a large tiger into something else.
I'm gonna run. Well, I'm gonna get hit by the rat probably, but I'm gonna go right there and try to hit that tiger.
So you ran through, or I mean, I guess I can give you room to shift around the tiger. It's not a big deal to me, but you kind of ran through the tiger's space, basically.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, normally it's more just like, no, it won't let you through, but I think you're fine.
I could fly over.
Nah, dog. You're good. Okay. So you kind of fly over, like flap, like a chicken. And you come down, you're like staring that pig in the face. It's like, oh yeah. Oh, I bet you get this a lot, but man, I want them chicken wangs. All right, what are you gonna do, Ben?
I'm gonna hit the tiger.
Okay, do it. Oh, look at those stick hits. Are your fist attacks magical yet?
Yeah.
Nice. All right, so you hit, I believe, all 3 times. I know. Oh, jeez, these guys are so sad. Okay, yeah, you hit all 3 times, and it's like, what? Not used to getting pummeled, especially with bludgeoning damage. I mean, you can silver bludgeons, but still, it's kind of silly. So that's going to be 24 damage. This pig is going to go wee all the way home. It will. It is the red lady's turn. She looks over at Ed and she says, oh, hello, it's you. How's it going, Ed?
Oh, I'm doing the Lord's work.
Sure, yeah. Well, I don't know if you know this, but I don't work for Asmodeus anymore. Long story, but yeah, I it's been a while. I noticed that you're still working out here and not in the plains. I guess you don't really have a way to get there on your own, do you? You kind of have to get drugged through hell.
Well, there's work to be done here.
Sure.
Lots of people to enslave.
Right.
Lives to ruin.
This is awkward, but the gentleman standing next to me who is about to, I can't tell who he's going to hit, that tiger gentleman is in fact someone that is working for Beelzebub. Or, oh God, what's his name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Lord of the 7th Circle of Hell. Baalzebub. Bebop, boobop, bet, beware. No, Beelzebub. I joined up with Mephistopheles. He had a really good health package. Also, his plans for the material plane seemed a little bit more realistic, to be honest. You should think about it.
So I'm gonna take that as a no. I'm not gonna be your friend.
Okay. I was just informed that my Discord is quiet. Let me fix that real quick. I maybe have the whole sound cranked down, so we're gonna just jack this right up. Oh, that's weird. It's at like 150. Let's just crank it all the way. Now, is it... is it my voice that you... I don't mean to give a peek behind the curtain, but is it my voice, Emiya?
Your voice was really loud. I haven't.
My voice was really loud. Okay.
Well, it's really loud compared to Discord. It's like
Yeah.
kind of loud.
Sure.
Like I don't
Okay.
know.
No, I get you. Let me just uno momento. Properties. All right, of course.
Now I think my voice that I heard from the thing was comparable to your voice.
Okay, excellent.
Except for shitty quality, because my voice is by default shitty quality.
That is not true. You take that back. Okay. Anyway, she looks between you and Ed, or between Ed and the tiger thing, and she's like, so, I mean, what are you gonna do here?
Well, why don't I prove to you that I have made the superior decision by sticking with Lord and Savior Asmodeus. If I defeat these, will you consider reconsider your choice of leadership?
I mean, he would probably, chain me up to a wall and tear me apart for 1,000 years, but he might get over it after that.
Me and Asmodeus are good buddies.
But we're having quite a long conversation. It's almost like we're on a big splash page on a comic book and we're fighting and we have these gigantic text bubbles. I'll ask you that in the next round. She looks over
It's okay, we've got like 90 pages before another 3 seconds have to pass.
She looks at the tiger thing and she says, all right, I'm just gonna hope you don't screw me over. And she begins to attack. She is going to... Actually, you know what? She's gonna try to do this to you, Ed. She says, you know what? I don't have to ask. Just do it. She kind of kisses you on the cheek, and you will need to make a wisdom save. All right, you are charmed.
Can I use my inspiration?
If you really want to get out of this, I don't like charming people against their will if they have some options. How does everybody else feel about inspiration these days?
Everyone else uses it freely at all times.
Okay, there we go.
So I'd say just let it happen.
All right, so Ed, you are not charmed, although it was a close call. You might have been charmed for a moment there. She shrugs and she says, I'm sorry. And she says she can't do anything else now. That was her whole turn, was trying to charm you. She's bummed. All right, we're moving on. I've got 2 soldiers. These are not the frightened ones. They look over towards the girl. They look over towards Hames and they say, what is she? She says, do not hurt her. Why don't you... I'm sorry, Maeve, but I think you should try to at least disable her friends. They nod. I need to have a conversation with Maeve. She,
Who's saying this?
This is Hames right here.
Okay.
So she's looking at the thugs, and these 2 thugs are gonna start whacking. Even though the other 2 thugs are scared, they still get their pack tactics, but they're wimpy weapons. Look at those critical failures. Does that 6 damage go through to you?
Who are they swinging at?
Oh, they're swinging at Laura Lightwind.
And do they have their weapons?
19 does hit.
Okay, a 19 hits, and it will be...
Irish was saying, so we probably would have taken their
Yeah, we talked
stuff,
about this briefly at the end.
their gear.
Yeah, so
Before
you're absolutely right. So take 1 damage. And the thug is
I would
gonna.
like to use my reaction to spit in his mouth.
He's gonna.
Dick.
Or she. This is the. I established this as a
Oh.
she. Oh, they've updated their hotkeys. I'm gonna have this one. Oh, actually, they didn't disengage. Well, I guess that's my bad. I'm gonna get hit now. Let's see. I'm not gonna have the Cambion hit it, and it gets. Oh, it can't even get that far. It gets. Ugh. I guess it can get next to the ghost. Gee. I think I can make it to the alcove, so I'm right there. All right. This one hit you for 1. It is gonna. I want it to pick up a chair, but I think that's an action. Ed, it's your turn.
So the tiger said that it was all. She said that the tiger was a servant of one of the other devils.
Yeah, you remember her. She used to be just a lieutenant in the kind of the military force of gosh, what's Asmodeus? I hate all this lore I'm actually incorporating. Anyone in the chat knows the name of Asmodeus's realm, the ninth circle of hell. Feel free to let me know. Anyway, she used to be a lieutenant there. You've seen her around. You've been to hell a few times, and she seemed to stick out.
Asmodeus is the Lord of Nessus, apparently.
Nessus, that is correct. So, she apparently has defected. Anyway, Ed, what? Yeah, you do have some talk time if you need it.
I was actually referring to the tiger, dude. I thought she said that the tiger.
Yeah, she said that the tiger served Beelzebub, which is in Maladomini. So you're all kind of neighbors, right? Like Beelzebub tried to take over, tried to take over Asmodeus's realm. Mephistopheles actually stopped Beelzebub from doing it because Mephistopheles has an uneasy alliance with your boss. I need to pull up my notepad. Jeepers.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask the tiger if we're cool before I do anything.
The tiger looks at you and is turning into like a dark-skinned man before your eyes. And says, it's up to you. I mean, I would accept the help. You're not an enemy of Beelzebub.
Awesome. So I'm just gonna scoot by you guys and just murder this thug.
The woman who you remember now, her name is Malice. She says, I don't think so. Either you're going to dance with me, or you're going to dance with that kitty.
So I had to choose either one of you to be friends with, or,
Yeah, I'm the jealous type.
Damn.
Did you say Malice?
Malice, yeah.
Is that a name I've heard before?
It's kind of like a tiefling name. It's like they have like, what are they called? Virtue names. So it's kind of like a hellish virtue name.
So it's not like she's not the person that Deglin killed.
No, her name is more like Deborah in hell.
Deborah.
Okay.
Anyway, continue. Ed, we're developing your story here. You don't have to fight either one of them, but to move through their squares, you would have to at least agree to something.
Can I use the persuasion roll to get those two to just leave each other?
To get Many and Laura to leave?
No,
I think he's
The
talking about these
tiger
two.
and the
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, it's going to be difficult, but go ahead.
Play your song, you bastard.
I think what I'm going to do, particularly with this tiger person, he looks at you and he says, I don't know. I get the feeling that that's not in my best interest. Oops, I didn't mean to roll twice. He says, yeah, I think I'm good, honestly. But look, I just, feel free to walk on through. But after I'm done with her, you're next.
Wait, so the tiger wants to kill me?
Well, yeah, if you're not going to help me.
Ah, jeez, I just want you guys to get out of here. You're all, technically, we're all serving.
Malice is right. These conversations and fights, you somehow have this magical power that I think maybe that's why everybody seems to think you're special in some way, Ed. You seem to just be able to slow things down.
Ah, jeez, Rick.
And then we discovered Ed's secret power. Go ahead. What? We'd have to assume that the fight would go on for 10 rounds, so no. Unless we're doing some kind of weird new school slow combat. But yeah, what do you want to do? I mean, he'll let you through his square so you can shift around Malice.
I'm just gonna command him to flee while he can.
You're commanding this tiger?
Yeah.
Okay.
To disengage and flee.
He looks at you and just says, "Really? I'm gonna have you make a religion check before you waste your spell slot. I know we're taking a while on this round, gang. Sorry, but I'm trying to. Yeah, you try it." And he's like, I guess you really are just a pathetic tiefling, aren't you?" He just kind of shakes his head.
Well, I tried solving this non-violently amongst murderous bastards.
All right, next we have Declan. Declan, the tiger is going to fight, it looks like, the red-skinned woman. Half of the thugs are fighting with your friends. One is leaving. The boar is fighting Ben.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of get half up on the table here, stand up on one of the chairs, and I'm just gonna take a shot at the boar gentleman over by Ben.
You got it.
With, messenger.
Okay.
I don't know if that'll hit.
Now this was towards the boar.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, that hits the boar. These things weird me out. Jeepers! Look at that damage. The boar, again, just mystified at how much damage it's taking. It's gonna be it.
Again? What do you mean again?
Because you hit it already?
No, I hit the tiger.
You hit the tiger. Wow, that changes a
that's
lot
why I hit
about
the tiger boy.
Okay, cool. Let me fix some stuff up here. Hold on just a moment. I just didn't expect. I think it's because I didn't expect that. All right, there we go. Fixed that. Pig got shot. Still took a lot of damage. Tiger is. Let's see. All right, Ben. I don't want to ask a leading question here, but what's your alignment? It's kind of I'm kind of uncertain, to be honest.
That was a good question.
You don't know?
No, just chaotic neutral.
Okay, sounds
He doesn't really think much of things at all, so it would have to be chaotic neutral.
sounds about right. Okay, so let's see. You did 24. Perfect. Excellent. Okay, we're done with that. Declan's turn is over. Spectre's turn. We're getting through this round. Let's see. Maeve. You got pushed to Talcon, probably.
Yes, I do. It's not a problem. So I think that what the Spectre is going to do is it's going to see that we've picked a fight, and it's going to run up and try to touch the tiger. It's going to pet the tiger.
It's like floating through your friend. Okay, great.
Oh, pardon me, tiny rat. I need to pet the tiger.
Ride the tiger.
It does a very bad job of petting the tiger.
It does do a very bad job. If we had a fumble, something bad would have definitely happened to Ed. All right. The boar snarls, trying to see if it can find a way to get over to the elf that just took a pot shot at it. It is going to attempt to... Can't move forward. Yeah, it's going to just rip at Ben with its tusks. So Ben is facing the tiger, and from behind he kind of comes in and starts to... Nope. Oh, and does he have a hammer? Yes, he would have a hammer. And he bonks you on the back, kind of close to your gentle spine. Maeve, it's finally your turn. What are you going to do?
Let's see. I think the red person that isn't Ed is probably the most likely to be actually scary to Maeve, so she's gonna back over here and shoot it.
Okay.
Believe you specified it's a lady. It's a lady red person.
Yes.
So the lady red person is going to get two brown and wooden shafts sticking out of her chest, hopefully.
Okay. So she is pretty hard to hit. Let's see here. But you do hit with that first attack. She takes 11 damage. Yes. Okay. Perfect. And finally, the rat. The rat is going to bite the thug that is running away. It misses. It kind of panics and squeaks, runs in a circle. The tiger looks around at all of you and says, well, you all seem to just be insolent. That's really too bad. It is going to...
Don't you ignore me.
Oh, ignore you? No, you're right. I will actually address you first. I'm sorry. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Who is you?
Ben, I'm sorry, because that's who spoke to me last. But I know that we can't see each other. So, anyway. Okay, excellent. You're a monk, so I should have figured it's hard to get you. Oh my gosh, those DCs though. All right. Well, it's not good enough, bird.
Wait, the rat is fighting too?
The rat is fighting too. So this is going to be a concentration. All right, you are dominated, Ben. Again, you are dominated. I'm so sorry that all that I can do is take over my players. It says, I I need you to destroy the red woman for me so I can focus on other things. And that is it. You do not get to roll a save again unless you take damage. Got it?
Yep.
Okay. It is other thug's turn. We're finally getting to that sweet, sweet gnome. This thug is going to make one of Emiya's famous bravery rolls. That sounds like a type of bread. It kind of stiffens up, and it like pulls out the chair that Many is standing on. So Many, make a either a athletics or acrobatics check, like you're kind of opposing a grapple. Oh wow! So you kind of jump up in the air and like stomp your feet down, like on his fingers that are grasping the sides of the chairs.
She just like holds on to the chair and then steps off of it.
Yeah, something like that. And but you still have the chair, so he can't use it to like whack someone with. And it is your turn.
She's gonna growl really loud, but still as a gnome, and just go, oh, wait, hang on. And then she'll turn into a bear.
Oh, gosh. Okay. You got all that?
I was prepared, sort of.
Be prepared.
Okay, and then since he tried to, like, knock her over, I don't remember how I make it not be on the grid.
You mean pushed it back?
Oh. Yeah. There you go. Okay, so I'm not on top of people. Even though I would be protecting them. Okay, I guess if this one tried to mess with me, she will bite it to me.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna bite that guard.
The guard. Thug. Okay, go ahead and make some animal attacks. There you go. That hits.
Rawr.
This person is gonna die soon.
Okay,
yeah.
Yeah,
that's good.
She's gonna claw him.
Okay, that hits as well. This person is very, very injured and is looking demoralized again because they are CR 1/2 rating creatures. This one, though, is going to grab a chair in front of Laura and try to bash her over the head with it.
Excuse me.
It has proficiency in the weapon it uses, so we're going to subtract 2 from the to hit, which is going to make it suck. It does have pack tactics, though.
It misses.
Okay. Boo. And it is Laura's turn.
Are you serious? Laura's going to drop the 2 full hands of cards that she's got, and she's going to impale this guy with her sword.
Oh no! Those both hit.
And then slash him.
Oh no!
Well, she tries to slash him with the fan, but it's not very successful.
Have you been getting a lot? The one that hit you with the chair, or tried to?
Oh, that's definitely the one that tried to hit her with the chair.
Okay.
So he probably should be dropping the chair. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe. I think I'm gonna keep this chair. Ben, you have to attack the red thing unless you can think of anything. Like, how does your mind feel now that it's been conquered? With a good roll that you had, mind you. You did well.
Not much.
Alright. Cool. Are you fine?
Visual that goes in his head.
Just like elevator music.
Yeah. Pretty simple up there. Better go try to swing at her.
Alright. I'm going to say that you did a bad job. She's wearing very heavy armor, and you failed to hit.
Probably also talk shit.
Alright. Let me see here. Do you have any more attacks, or is that it? Don't you have a melee attack? or a
Can't use those special attacks, I believe.
when you're dominant. I don't know if
Unless
this is the
check
same
on the
as.
charm.
It's not when you're. It's not like you're possessed. Did I paste the rules for this spell in there? Hold on.
No, you didn't look the spell yet.
All right, because it's how they broke all the monsters and removed the spells from their sheets a while back. I don't know if y'all know
Is
this.
it dominate person?
Yeah, it's dominate person. Attack that creature was the command that you had. To take total and precise control. Yeah, it doesn't say it can't use its special attacks. If you don't want to as a player, then you don't have to. I'm just saying you can.
No, gotta stick to the
Okay,
left.
that misses
rules, at
anyway.
least
You
something.
now you miss embarrassingly. Just bad. Even though you're pretty accurate. Moving on. You only get a +6 with your hand to hand? That makes sense,
Not
I
that
guess.
much, yeah.
Cambion, Malice. She looks around and she's like, what is going on? She is going to... She's going to look at the bear. Oh, I don't want to keep charming people. That's silly. That would be like the last fight we did. Okay. She's gonna go ahead and attack the... No one's attacking her. She's gonna attack the tiger. Ride the tiger!
Except for me.
I don't know. Did the specter stay inside Ed? Do you think, Maeve?
What? Why would the specter be inside Ed?
I don't know. It's currently in
I think you
Ed's
moved
square.
on his square.
Ed's to the left of the Cambion.
So it is.
On my screen, it showed Ed as being.
Oh.
Anyway, it was just a silly.
I mean, you can definitely move the specter like to the north with the rat if that's.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because I didn't realize there was supposed to
It's
be
a
another creature there.
diminutive. It's a diminutive creature. It's fine. Anyway, I'm just trying to remember here. Okay, so it does hit, and okay, cool. I'm good. I'm done with that turn. I got some more thugs to do. One more sec. They're both going to attack. Well, sorry, one is going to attack Laura. The other one is up north. So let's see. It is also going to pick up a chair and start beating on you with a -2. Oh my goodness. All right, that's my turn.
Laura's going to give these people some advice, and she says, if you just break the chairs, you could use the legs as a club.
The thug that's up north is going to tries to stomp on the rat that's attacking it with a -2. Yeah, it stomps the rat. The rat makes a squeak and it kind of twitches and stops moving.
No! The bear yells.
No, Ratmore, I knew you well.
The thug continues to move forward, but didn't think that the tiger would attack it. The tiger smiles and is going to rake a claw towards the fleeing person. And he looks at him and says, "Pleasant dreams." He takes 13 damage. And it's Ed's turn.
All right, I'm gonna turn to the Camby. You're like, okay, so the tiger just possessed one of our teammates. So here you go.
Oh wow, you giving the Cambion the AC bonus? Not your friend.
Yes.
Okay.
Nope. And I'm gonna say so. You should probably kill the bird.
And I should kill the bird? She kind of looks at you. She says, hey, it's, not my problem. Strangely enough, that bird doesn't seem to... Anyway, she nods at you and smiles. You want to do anything else with your turn, Ed? Any bonus actions? Or other bonus actions?
I am going to give her inspiration.
I guess you actually have a regular action you could use. So you give her bardic inspiration as well? Okay, I will use that.
Wait. Right, Shield of Faith is actually a bonus action. So
Right.
You could do an attack if you wanted to, or you just can't cast anything but a cantrip now.
Well, I don't have the ability. I'd have disadvantage on anything that I would roll against the tiger.
That is
so
true.
I'm gonna hit the thug.
You can't get up there without... Well, actually you can. Yeah, so let's go ahead and move you up there. Oh god, it's a big ghost.
No, keep it that way.
Oh, you
I don't
did
need to
Toll the
move
Dead. Okay. The thug, it's a she, I keep forgetting. She's like, why are you doing this to me? She kind of just goes, plugs her ears and goes, la 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 la. Declan, it's your turn.
Yeah, second verse, same as the first. I'm gonna
Shoot the
take a
pig
shot.
right in its wig.
Shoot the boar boy.
Oh man, why can't you elves ever frickin' miss? Holy cow, I forget how much damage you do now with those sneak attacks. Oh, sweet jeebers. He kind of points at you and says, oh, I'm gonna get you. You're gonna get. It is the Spectre's turn. Claire, remember your push to toque. Fool of a toque.
Sorry, I was chewing.
Oh, I'm glad you muted then.
Because these crackers are freaking delicious.
I love
But yeah, I'm
delicious
gonna
crack.
attempt to pet the tiger again. It's really hard to pet the tiger.
You cannot ride the tiger. You can see its stripes. I did that already. Okay, the werebore is going to look at Ben and look at the tiger and kind of sniff a little bit. The tiger nods and says, I don't care. And is going to, let's see, how can I do this? I mean, it doesn't have that much movement, do it? Okay, so 20, that'd be 40. Does it have 40? Let's see. Oh, heck. Wait, no. It's gonna be right here. And it looks over and looks at the elf and it says, oh, I guess I'll just have a snack on the way. It is gonna headbutt Ed. And then it takes this cartoonish hammer and tries to hit you with it. You don't got any dex bonus with that plate mail. Is it plus one?
My AC is 19.
Oh, because it's plus one, yeah. Dang you. The werewolf's like, life just ain't fair. Well, guess I'll be carrying on then.
Carry on, my wayward son.
Okay, it is now Maeve's turn already. Feeling like this round's going better. Maeve, what are you gonna do? The Cambion is now dodging attacks from Ben.
Yeah. So let's see. Of the thugs, how do they all look? Each one, which ones are hurt?
The one that got attacked by Laura is down here. This one got bit real hard by a bear.
All right. I guess I'll plant an arrow in the bottom one first.
Okay. Yep, that's money. Just like Guy Fieri says, my favorite person.
Does it live?
It does. It do. It do live.
All right. Well, we will try to rectify that.
Exactly what I just said.
You rectify its rectum. Oh wait, a 10.
Probably not. 10's not that great.
A 10 doesn't hit many things. Okay, the rat is dead. The rat is gone. Tiger friend looks around and says, "You're doing a good job, bird. Keep going. Take her out. I'm going to, let's see here." He looks at, at Ed, who's been helping her. He says, I'm sorry. Your time has come. And he rakes his claw at you, and it just kind of scrapes on your armor. Damn. Double damn.
Don't worry. When you get back to the 9 layers of hell, just tell them that, I didn't really have much of a choice in this fight.
This poor thug is gonna try to beat a bear with a chair. It's got advantage.
Yeah, that hits.
And it does it hit, because it got a 12 and then a 23, or 21. Does a 12 hit you?
He has a -2 because he's using...
An improvised
yeah.
weapon. Yeah.
Does that one have a chair, or did he fail to grab the chair because Manny was on it?
Oh.
Yeah, he didn't.
Oh yeah, he has no share.
He's just got fists.
All right. He punches you with his fists and looks terrified and is just gonna be like, if you could excuse me, I'm gonna be over here. You can take an attack of opportunity if you want.
Yeah, I will snarl, and I will slash at him, and I will
Alright.
open the right character sheet to do so.
Okay, and you take only 2 damage because I don't have a dang chair.
Okay, I bite him.
You fail to bite. Ah ha ha ha.
I do nothing.
My power has increased. Manny, it's your turn. That thug is out of reach, but there are always more goons.
She's a little worried about that werebear. So, I don't know. She'll just attack the thug. She'll hit this one.
Okay, you attack this one in front. Go ahead and make your attacks. There you go. Another one. The second one hits. I don't know what's going on with your rolls. You got decent bonuses. That goes through just nice as this boy gets a claw punch right across the face, giving him cool anime scars. It is, I think, yeah, so it's the one that's hurt the most near Laura. Looks around, clutching this chair, kind of in a tight spot, now surrounded by his friends. Is still going to try to reach out and punch. Yeah! Okay, I got 1. That's cool. Take 5. I'm going to give it a d6 damage because it's club-like. Or, I mean, mace-like.
Okay. So
I did get
different damage than the 5 damage.
you. No, 5 is still good. It should be still the same. Laura.
So I think at this point, these people are just so pathetic. They aren't really getting much done. She's going to sheath her big glowing lightning blade and grab another handful of cards, and she's just kind of criticizing these guys on like their stance and stuff.
Mm. Oh, I see. Okay.
And she's like, if this is going to deal bludgeoning damage because she's got the fan folded in, if you just smashed the chair, you would have done so much better because you could use it as a big, like a bat, and everything would be great. Kind of like how I'm using my fan here.
So you are very effective.
Non-lethal damage.
Non-lethal. Good for you. Look at you be gentle. So you hit them all 3 times. 11, 20, 24. The one that has the least amount of health, right? I guess that one's going to drop it first. So it is non-lethal. And then the one in front is going to take 11 plus 4. Okay, 15. It is so close to being not conscious. Ben, I'm sorry, but you're still being compelled to fight a red lady. I hope you're okay with that. Unless you have any... I mean, you can fight her any way you want. He's not preventing that.
Oh, actually, Laura's going to take a step over here.
Okay. All right.
Usual.
In space.
Again, she has some crazy huge armor on, so you do have to roll pretty high up there on the dice to get through it. Those were some not high dice rolls. So, I'm so sorry, Ben. All right, she looks at you and she kind of says, all right, let's do this. And she looks at you and she says, I'm sorry that happened to your poor brain. She is going to do a spear attack towards you, and you can make a wisdom save, I believe, instantly. Let's see. Yep. Okay, you snap out of it. You get hit with a spear, you're very close to death. She sees that look in your eyes and she kind of shrugs, and then she goes back to attacking the tiger. Hiya! She misses. It is this thug's turn. It looks between the bear and... Where did Laura go? Oh, Laura's on the body. Okay.
Yeah, you might as well delete your...
It knows it's trapped.
Yes.
It's trapped in here, and it is going to try to hit. This one does have a chair. It's going to try to hit Laura because Laura is not a big bear. Trying to get Laura
Still not even breaking the chair for a more effective weapon.
out of the way. No, he did not listen
You
to
should
your
be
lessons.
ashamed of yourself,
He did hit
thug.
both times with his pack tactics. Doug the thug.
Oh. Forgot about that.
Yeah, pack tactics. Yeah, everyone's getting... This is still scary, even though I'm spreading out the damage. Thug up north, boy from uptown, is now running away at full force, so we'll just... I wonder what they're going to be utilizing the space bar for. Maybe they just thought it was not intuitive or something. I don't know why.
We spent all of Tuesday like, God damn you for changing this.
Ed, it's your turn. You're in a very confusing situation. Somehow you're doing pretty good, though, with that armor.
Yes, I am the greatest. I'm gonna use that on the werebore.
There you go. It kind of goes, it, you know, makes a skronking sound. Skronk. It's trying to throw off your intelligence, huh? Okay, yeah, it's like, you all. And it starts to like hulk out in front of you. You know, it starts like ripping at its tunic. And I guess that's it. It's going to attack anything at random. Is that right?
Yeah, it's whatever is closest to it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give inspiration again to the Canby.
Well, it still
I
has
don't
it.
think she's used it yet, so.
Oh, and I should have on the last one. Actually, I'm going to do that because that's unfair to you. I just totally forgot that I had it. So, because I don't want you to have to waste it. So she only needed 1 to get there. Where the crap was her turn? God fucking ball poop. Damn it. Hey, got a bad rating, got bad word, potty mouth. Darn it.
Fuck.
Fuck. I was having to explain to some parents the other day why their kids couldn't watch my stream. And I felt bad about it because I was like, oh, I would love for them to. But I like to say scrotum. I attacked... God, okay, I don't know how much damage it was. It's probably like fucking 6. So, Rakasha takes 6. I can't for some reason see it in the chat. Alright.
I think it was 5 plus 5.
Oh,
Were
was
you
it
talking
10?
about the amount of damage she would have done to the tiger person if she would have hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, she rolled a 15, and her damage was 5 plus 5.
Okay, well, one thing is that it's not very effective on this tiger friend. It is your turn, Declan. Do you
Alright.
do you want to still give inspiration to the Cambion again, since she did use it? Ed.
I do.
Okay. You said I do. Go ahead, Ed.
Me? Or...
Yeah, it's finally your turn now that I'm done talking.
To the boar.
No! Gosh, you really didn't want that boar to live. It skronks. Ed's spell is broken because his body is broken as you shoot an arrow directly through his sternum. Very thick sternum. It shatters into 1,000,000 pieces inside of his chest. And you just see like this orange-sized exit wound and a chunk of flesh fly out the other side as the boar falls. Anything else, Declan? Any movements you'd like to achieve with bonus actions?
Yeah, I might gain some movement, just to use something else in my turn, because why the hell not?
Alright. Yeah, are you like ducking under the table or something?
No, I'm just hopping down off of it.
Okay. Then Spookter, and then Maeve. So do both your turns. I'm gonna grab me a beer, but I'll be listening.
Quick, the GM's away. How do we ruin everything?
Post beams! Post beams!
Okay, so what we gotta do is Manny has to use conjure animals to make like 15 fish. And
Yes, they can just flop around and clutter up the
And
map.
then we
I
can
love this.
fight them with pikes.
That's
One
also
of
the
the
Pikes
conversation.
are reach weapons, obviously.
Oh, yeah, okay, I gotcha. Picking up what you're putting down.
so if you summon a bunch of fish, then Spencer has to actually do all of their turns. And then it'll slow down combat to a halt pretty much, so that it won't actually happen.
I'm so sad that you all want to betray my fight.
Does a 19 pet the tiger?
Yeah, it's gonna hit that tiger. There's nothing I can do about a 19.
Then it takes 14 necrotic and has to make a DC 10 Constitution save, or something happens that we don't care about because it won't impact this fight.
Okay. It is.
And then I'm shooting one of the thugs.
Let's see. Can I actually have to see? I guess that was not the right track, huh? I didn't know that was.
No,
not
it's just the commands are a little bit goofy. We'll get together and
talk about that. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, that'll hit the tiger. I just had to make sure. Good. And that was your one longbow shot. The 15 misses.
Well, you know what they say, try again when you miss.
Okay. You did hit the second time. The tiger is looking a little bit
Those
peeved.
were at thugs.
Oh, and at thugs. Okay. Well, you destroyed this thug. And it is... Oh, the rat's still in there. Whoopsie. Let's see. The tiger looks at the bird, looks at the ghost, looks at Ed, and says, very interesting. I suppose I'll just have to go, but I will leave you with something. It is going to attack Ed. Oh, did I?
There's a roll.
Yeah, it did roll. Oh gosh, Ed. Yes! Alright, I hit you. You're cursed now. You're cursed. Cursed, Ed. Alright. It is going to... I can't do anything else, can I? I just need one more moment to see if... Ugh, it's a full action? Ugh. Alright. Oh, wait, I'm out of that. Okay, that's its turn. It's not gonna move. It's kind of pinned in here. Manny, it's your turn.
I guess I'll attack the thug because I'm confused about what's going on with everybody else.
Thug gonna
I
thug.
bite him. I bite him.
That'll hit.
Is he still up? I don't know how damaged he
Actually,
is.
no. You chomp that guy in half.
Oh god, I spit it out, I spit it out.
It
Make a gagging noise.
definitely, you got some guts in your mouth.
Okay, I will... I guess I'll attack the Cambion, because I don't know what else is going on. I claw her. Oh shit.
That'll hit. Are your attacks considered magical by any chance?
They are.
Okay. Well, she is looking a bit confused now. She's looking at Ed, like,
She seems like a bad lady, so I had to hit her.
is this yours, Ed?
Is this yours?
No, you can kill her too if you feel like it.
Oh my god.
Laura, it's your turn.
Excuse me? Laura is going to hop onto the table. Do I attack Ed or do I attack the Cambion? Attack Ed, attack Cambion. This is a tough choice. Laura's going to stab. She's going to draw the lightning blade and stab the Cambion.
I'm
And
gonna
then
make
she's going to.
I'm gonna make like an on-screen GIF that pops up every time Ed like rolls his alignment. I'm gonna be like, today it's neutral. Anyway, that was a good stab, Laura.
And then she is going to bonk her on the head,
Okay.
and that probably misses.
Yeah, she screams at you.
And then she's going
Dare
to
you?
stab the Cambion, but that also misses. And then she's going to take her action surge, and she's going to stab the Cambion. And then she's going to slash at Ed.
Oh my goodness. Ed doesn't get hit. I know that now. And
Oh, wait,
man,
Ed doesn't get hit?
Ed has a 19
No, his AC
AC,
is-
same as yours.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, no, mine's 16.
What?
Yeah,
Oh.
his is-
Oh, because you're a Dex fighter. You're not wearing half plate or anything?
No, that would give her disadvantage on stealth, and she can't be sneaky when she has disadvantage on
I
stealth.
know that feel. All right, Ben. Sorry all those attacks, Miss Laura, but Ben, you're still alive somehow. You're looking pretty rough.
Oh, jeez, where's the line thing?
It's right next to you. It will definitely strike you
Oh,
down.
no. The thing that line makes a line.
Oh, the ruler?
It's gone.
Oh gosh, they did.
No, it's still there. There's just more options for it. It's
Yeah, you
the
have to choose,
circle
like,
with a ruler.
Right.
The default one works basically the same way as the old one did.
Look. How high is the ceiling?
I mean, it is like in this room, it's 15 feet high. It's kind of a big dome, a weird oblong dome.
I'm gonna hit the tiger.
Okay. And we're at the top of another round. So just a moment here. Okay. Move all the way, I command you. Give me the power, I beg of you. Okay. At the tiger?
Yeah.
Only that very first strike hits, but is it a good hit? Yes, it is. Tiger looks outraged. Malice is looking around. She looks at Jeek, the tiger. She says, Jeek, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to call a rain check on this one. She kind of like crosses her arms over her chest, like I Dream of Jeannie, and casts Plane Shift.
Can Laura use her reaction to spit on her head?
Make
I'm going to use my reaction to counterspell.
Ooh. Do you still have spell slots left? I think you did short rest, or did
I have one.
Okay. Yeah, you.
Go for it.
And this is a 7th level spell. So yeah.
Oh.
She kind of smiles hearing you chant at her, but she's too fast. And you see a actually, ooh. She looks at Ed, actually, and she says, do you want to come with me?
You know what? They're probably gonna kill me, so yeah, sure, let's go.
All right, let's do
Can I
this.
instead use my reaction to spit in Ed's mouth?
Make a sleight of hand check.
Alright.
Reach a spit into his pocket.
Okay, Ed, make an acrobatics check. Okay, you do get spit on you. So this hole opens and you see this endless city, and both of you this hole opens in the ground. Both of you float down as if you're on an elevator, and the floor just instantly seals shut with a slam. And you're both drifting into this infinite void of empty houses and buildings. Ed, I'm really surprised.
I was gonna jump in there with him.
Are you?
Yeah.
She.
Because in his mind, he's still fighting, like whatever in God's name is happening.
Will you make a persuasion check? Because now we're gonna split the party in a real weird way.
Persuasion to what?
Are you trying to tell her that you would like to come?
I was just gonna jump in, like before I close this.
She can. You can only come if she wills it.
Yeah, I think plane shift isn't a portal. It's more of a you and however many targets you choose thing.
Yeah, how
Take
it.
the bird with us.
Kind Because so you see Ben looking over longingly, not longingly, but like can I jump in there? Go ahead, Ed. You go ahead and make the persuasion.
This happened to me. I
Oh, jeez.
something.
She says, "I'll bring your servant."
Jesus Christ.
She says, "Yeah, your servant will come." She, taps Ben, like she just reaches over as the tiger is about to claw Benjamin to death, and she poofs you through her elevator, and it closes behind her. The tiger looks around and says, this is a very interesting situation. He says, "I think I'd better go. There's nothing left here for me to deal with." Let's see. Ed, you're in another plane. Unless you want to do any talking, you can't really do much. You're floating down towards a massive mansion on a hilltop that is surrounded with green, noxious smoke.
Not really. I'm pretty good.
All right.
We got out of a sticky situation where our party members tried to murder me.
Hey, I just tried to hit the big bad red lady. That's all I did.
I wasn't referring to you.
You said members. Plural.
It's true. You did some numbers.
And with the spell's description, you actually essentially land in this neighborhood of the of Beelzebub's, kind of inner circle. And she says, "See, you could have it good here, Ed. Real good. You just have to swear fealty." And she, waves her hand and some gates open in front of you. What do you and Ben do?
Wait, I thought she was with
Elvira, stop
the other
it.
dude.
Mephistopheles.
Mephistopheles.
Oh, she is Mephistopheles. Dang it, I got them mixed up again. I always do this now. Retcon. You're in a plane of... So we rewind. And she, instead of an elevator opening, she breathes in really deep and breathes out like a puff of snowflakes at you and Ben, and they kind of swirl around all three of you, and your bodies snap freeze along with hers, and they just kind of shatter to this fine powdered ice. And you find yourself walking through kind of this it's almost like a Christmas wonderland. It doesn't seem menacing at all. There are lights strung up on trees. There are giant candy canes sticking in the ground.
That sounds lovely.
There are little imps throwing snowballs at each other as you are, you find yourself walking through the snow. A gigantic ice devil kind of stomps past you, looking at you, and she nods at the ice devil, and it nods back, and she says, "This way." And she points towards this massive, lit, it's kind of like a giant version of your grandmother's, a grandmother's cottage in a fairy tale. It's this giant fairy tale-esque house. And you both walk there together, unless you're going to run off in this plane. Ed, I'm just setting the stage for you here.
I guess I'm just gonna follow the...
Yeah, it's grandmother's that. So you're following?
Because you cut out halfway through the word, so I was like, what?
Yeah, no, everybody should know. That's exactly what I meant.
Okay.
Alright, and just for our fiction here, because I don't know if you know this, but Dungeon Dummy is a channel where we do actual play Dungeons and Dragons, and when we do Dungeons and Dragons, we are in Faerun. We try to incorporate Faerun lore the best we can, but I am not very smart, so I can't remember anything. He lives in... This one is called... Is anyone... it's Cania. You're in Cania. Now we know. Don't never forget that you're in Cania. All right. I don't know how you ended up in Cania, but we're moving on to Declan.
Okie dokie.
Declan, your friends disappeared just like you did in the last episode. Apparently that's our new theme. Disappearing friends.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm gonna hop on the table and I'm gonna take a shot at this tiger gentleman, I guess, because he's been a real dick. So. And the specter's still there, right?
Yes.
Yes.
The good specter. The specter of the soul
It
that
just wants to pet the tiger.
pet the kitty. So
So you should probably just move the tokens that aren't there anymore.
Right.
you
Free up the map space.
shot the kitty, and we'll put. I'll just hide Ben in a room so he can actually see what's happening. Actually, Ben can't see because he's dang blind. Anyway, you get the point. All right, that damage goes ripping through this tiger.
This time I will hop off the table, slide underneath, and try to use the hide action.
All
as my
right,
bonus
yeah.
action.
You slide underneath trying to lose the tiger's gaze. The tiger... Ooh, is that... Give me one sec here. Huh. Who would have thought? All right. It looks like you're hidden. Nothing I can do about that. Dang it.
All right.
Ghost.
It finally managed to pet the tiger. It's gotta do it again. It's just gotta.
You did hit it again. The tiger is just like, why? I'm leaving. Stop it. Stop it now, or you will regret this forever. I don't know why there was that moment where I forgot who I served, but Beelzebub is going to be very upset.
What language is he talking in?
Actually, he switches to half infernal for that. But he speaks very good common.
Maeve's gonna say, I can't understand you. Die.
Noodle translates everything.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's quite simple, you see. Okay.
Oh,
8.
and I'm also using my Hexblade cursey
Curse?
thingy that, wait, hang on. It was 8. I crit on a 19! Yay! So I get to roll an extra, like, D10 or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, a D10 instead of just a normal D8?
Longbows are D10.
The tiger is standing
Isn't that
there,
heavy crossbows are D10s.
clutching its guts.
Longbows are D8.
The rat is gonna try something here. I know it's dead, but just bear with me.
A longbow is D8.
Just-
A heavy crossbow is a D10.
Just bear with
checked.
me. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, Spencer. I've apparently got the wrong damage dice for this weapon.
Oh, it's fine. We'll make it an 8 since you maxed out that 10. Okay? It's not like we're rolling
sure.
a physical
Also, it
die.
takes an extra 3 because it takes my proficiency bonus as well.
Phew. Good thing we got that dice clarified. I'll just say that much. The tiger is barely holding together. Like, he's slipping back into tiger form from guy form. And he says, Don't do this. The rat looks at it and goes, cheep cheep.
The rat's dead.
It sits up for a second and then kind of falls over. The tiger's like, whew, that would have been embarrassing. Also, I'm pretty sure I'm immune to rat bites, but you never know. All right, the tiger is going to swoosh its hands around and also cast plane shift, looking around. It says, I'll be back. You're gonna regret this. You could have made a better choice. And disappears.
All right, can I use my reaction to spit in his mouth?
Yeah, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check. Okay.
That is a long loogie. Holy
Yeah,
crap.
so he is immune to the damage, but it does hurt his feelings. Yeah, he definitely takes shame.
Good.
So he goes down the magic elevator into Maladomini. He kind of like looking at an invisible wristwatch, like tapping his foot as he kind of descends. And that's pretty much combat, except you hear shouting coming from the corridor to the northwest. The one that the
Laura's
Minotaur
going to
busted
pick up
through.
a chair and smash it on the table and shout, "God damn it, Ed! I'm gonna kill you! Next time I see you, I'm gonna destroy you!"
Oh, wow. Oof. Yow.
And then she adjusts her tie. Bow tie? What? I don't really know what's on her neck.
Bolo tie, bolo tie, bolo tie.
Cravat.
It's an untied bow tie, I think. That's what I'm thinking. It probably is. I know it's something that's untied.
You know, I think that the woman standing to the south looks over at Maeve and she seems pleased, and she kind of starts to walk back through the door. And, I mean, I'm not saying like, I mean, that's what she's doing. Y'all can react how you want. She's leaving.
Yeah, no, I think right after I toss a loogie, the entire idea would be to turn around, bow still drawn, and point it at her.
Okay.
Because I heard her talking to Maeve.
I just want to see if she would stop. So let's first, I know this is going to be dumb as heck to do it this way, but just bear with me. Let's roll initiative against each other.
Yep, no problem.
Okay, and then if you want her to stop instead of having to shoot her if she walks away anyway, go ahead and make an intimidate check. You did just kill a bunch of... Yeah, roll with advantage. Yeah, roll with advantage because you did just, you and your friends did destroy a room full of people. And...
Yeah, I think I'll flip the bow around and say, like, Maeve, come over here. Hey, you, don't fucking move.
Choose to take his advice very literally, and I just get up on the table.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're all standing on these, like, leftovers that Larry had been just tearing through. Like, she pretty much ate everything, but there's still, like, scraps and crumbs. So you rolled intimidation. I'll do a roll counter against your intimidation. And I failed. So she says, because you had advantage and she did not. So she says, okay, what do you want? You've done what you came here for, right? You destroyed them. Why else would you be here?
I have no idea where I am or who the fuck you are. Put your weapon on the deck and kick it over here. She
pulls a silvered greatsword off of her back and kind of looks at it and tosses it in the air a little bit. It has some very unique symbology on it, symbols that look similar to stuff that Mimi carried with her when you met her. And she kind of sets it down on the tile. Well, it's not tile, it's like weird cobbly stone type material because it's all rubble that's been fused together. And she kind of raises her hands and says, okay. She walks along this like wall and then like leaps over the corridor that's like walking sideways on the wall, and she stares at you face to face. What can I do for you?
Where is she?
She's standing on the wall, so she's standing parallel to you now, looking at you right in the face.
I think if I see her jump on the wall, or at least after she lays her weapon down, my next thing I would try to do is have her take a seat. I would
so-
say where Larry was seated, but
I gotcha.
don't
Yeah,
know that.
she heeds your advice and she'll sit down.
Okay. Good place for a break?
Yeah, I think this is a good place for a break. Does anyone have any questions? Sorry, Ed, we're gonna have to do some party split scenes here, so this is gonna get real weird. As usual on this channel, nothing's pre-written, so we'll figure out what happens.
Typical writer's strike.
Yeah, I wrote a cold open. That was cool. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna mute all my stuff and take a stretch. I'll see everyone. I'm gonna just, you're gonna be on hold music, people out there, if anyone's watching. So, talk to us in chat if you have any questions. Goodbye. Do.
Suffer either way.
You don't suffer it.
Oh, angels know how to do some punishment.
Like, fall from grace.
So is everybody kind of ready for me to hit the action button?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
So Maeve, you're already, maybe feeling uncomfortable. But you feel something in your pocket or your backpack that you haven't felt in a while. It is this thumping, pulsating sensation.
I think she forgot that she's still on push to talk.
Oh shit.
Or she's getting something. She might be.
Went to
Anyway.
the store to get onions.
Really? Oh no.
No, I'm joking. That was 100% joke.
It's okay. I think, when we're here and we don't start, everyone's like, I'm hungry, I'm gonna eat food now. So we're gonna have to come back to that important
I
exposition.
forgot to make dinner for us earlier, which is the problem.
I see. Well, that's
I
fine.
always eat before the stream.
Me too.
Me too.
Or in the first few minutes.
Yeah. Some of you are still scarfing handfuls of things before you come in, and I'm like, I feel you. I ate right before.
I do my run and stuff, so I can't.
I think. Well, it's still the vegan thing happening, so it's still whatever that is like. Anyway. Hey, if you want to hear about, anyone got any role-playing news? Anything that they're planning or interested in?
Yeah, are we being taken to Mephistopheles?
Ooh, that's a good point. We can cut there really quick. You are, so yeah, like I said, it's kind of like this Christmas wonderland. And there is this massive, as I said, it's like a cottage, like a mountain cottage. And snow is falling down heavily. It's freezing. It's beyond cold, but there's still this cheeriness. There's what are they called? Those fat, gross devils,
Hold on. Is Mephistopheles Santa Claus?
Oh, I know what you mean, but I can't remember what they're called.
I am not answering any questions about that. So the door opens and there is a rail-thin man with white hair and a pointy little chin beard. He is wearing red, okay? But it's this incredibly furry outfit. It kind of looks like, you know, he skinned a monster that was like, you know, Clifford the Big Red Dog kind of sized, but extra fluffy.
Ooh.
You know, or maybe Animal from the Muppets, something really like fuzzy.
Santa Claus, you really need to, like, I know you were all excited about your no cookies diet, but like, come on, you're wasting away.
And he looks at all of, or the three of you. He says, "Oh, Malice, it's been what, 600, 7, somewhere in there. Wait, it can't have been that long, because I know you." He looks at you, Ed. He says, I've been watching you. I know that you're one of Asmodeus's agents, aren't you?"
That I am.
He peers into your mind, and is extracting information. You can resist, but I don't know if you'd be able to.
I'm not. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, okay, I'm kind of an open book.
All right, what are you here for? Like, because now you kind of have to answer me honestly, because he's just pulling it out of your head.
Well, you know, I am a simple man of simple needs, and you know, what I kind of want at this current point in time is your companion here.
You want Malice? She says, "Excuse me, I can talk for myself." What are you trying to say?
Well, I'm in need of some assistance. You can tell that my party isn't exactly very fond of me making deals with demons. So
Sure.
having some leverage and you know,
Hold
some
on, they're called
reinforcements
devils.
would be extremely helpful in my situation. So what I'm proposing is that you give me the ability to summon Malice at will, and I'll give you the Birdman.
She says,
Bye.
"Wait, what?" He kind of like tilts his head and he thinks for a moment and he's like, "You know, the guy's got a point. I mean, you know, somebody that has switched sides before. Yeah, okay." He takes like an ornament off of the tree next to him and he kind of tosses it up in the air and he throws it like directly at Malice, and it kind of like shatters against her armor, and then it kind of like the pieces kind of like are floating through the air in slow motion and they kind of suck back together into this Christmas ornament. And he just like floats it through the air back over to his hand and like inspects it and then kind of tosses it to you, Ed. He says, "That should work once a day for about 10 minutes at a time."
Sweet.
Yeah.
And by the way, this bird that I'm trading, this
Yeah.
is the Floopdoogle.
Wait, you are giving me the bird?
Yeah.
You're gonna flip the bird to me?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I would also be willing if it's not pushing too much, like, you know, maybe a 1 second while I look it up. Like maybe an Aranese. That would
that's-
also be useful.
That's probably pushing it. He says, "Look, I don't yet know you, Ed. I know that for some reason we all seem connected to you, even though you can't seem to control your emotions." Oh, I see. That's why. You should really consider whether you want to trade power for a loss of autonomy. He points to your armor. He says,
Well, you know, I actually kind of like the randomness. It's very interesting.
oh, when we take
Going every day, not knowing who you are. It's a good way to write a good story. You know,
I mean,
maybe make it a couple of poems, a little tune. jig.
all we are is, you know, our personality. That's our very being, you know. It's very interesting, because I'm just going to go off on a tangent here, but in this world, you know, there are people, and the camera kind of cuts to, like, the face of Alarad laughing with all of you in school. There are people that, you know, make small mistakes, but sometimes there are people that are irredeemable. And then the camera cuts over to Mimi, people that are just going to be who they are for the rest of their lives. And the camera cuts over to Laura. But some people can change. And you seem to be able to change every day. But
My heart is broken. Sorry.
And, you know, but you've taken away your ability to consciously change, and you're just letting it happen. You don't seem to care. Is that any different than a friend taking drugs and it kind of pans over to Declan again, or a friend not taking responsibility when he has, you know, the most wisdom to lead, and it cuts over to Maeve, or someone that is growing up a little too fast, and then it cuts over to Many, or maybe someone that is foolhardy and should have just been a doctor or something like that. He kind of shrugs. Anyway, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. But you've taken away that option. I just think you should weigh it carefully, is all.
I have weighed my life in only two things are true in this world. There is suffering and there is art. The two are intertwined. You can't have art without suffering. That is why I am willing to put others through so much suffering to make such beautiful art. So yes, I'll basically do anything that gives me power to make others suffer.
Well, the problem right now, as I see it, is that your powers are going to leave you, because there's no way that Asmodeus doesn't know that you're here. In fact, it's guaranteed. Now, you can try to convince him that, you know, this was just you trying to trick me, and the Christmas ornament disappears out of your hand, but you're not going to get anything from me without something back. The bird's fine, but I'd rather have another servant on my side. Malice isn't going to grow beyond where she is. She's going to stay just as powerful and just as, you know...
You're cutting out real bad.
Okay, she's going to stay just the way she is what I'm trying to say. You're going to change. You can't help it at this point. But I think you should change your alignment, and not just your attitude, but you should align with me. You should decide to stay in my service instead of Asmodeus.
And what benefit would I get from betraying our Dark Lord for you?
I mean, he's not going to stay in charge forever. You know that things change just because he's ruled for thousands of years. In the big scope, where you want to head, which is immortal life and eternal power, that's nothing. Come on. And look, I'm not... I mean, I know you've got this whole suffering edgelord thing going on. I just want people to be happy. I genuinely do. He looks around. I believe people can change. I've made people change. You forcing yourself to change too. But I think that the change can come from within. That's what I did for myself. I think you should make the same choice. We can do this together. You want to be...
Again, my question still stands. I would only do it if you gave me some form of power in exchange.
Well, you know, I guess if all you're looking for is power and not for the right leadership, then you're really going to have a hard time out there. Then he kind of shrugs and he says, I'm sorry, I've got nothing to offer you. Sometimes things, you know, religion is all about faith, right? Doesn't seem like you have any. Yeah, cut to
Nope.
Siebel. Sorry. Because Sebold's sitting there, like, flying on the back of this dragon, like, into the night. And he doesn't say anything. It's just kind of sad music. Keep going! What do you have to say, Ed? Sorry, I kind of cut you off.
Yeah, religion's fine and all, but, you know, I'm gonna just, you know, take the talisman, say goodbye. I'm just gonna go back to Asmodeus.
Okay, you're taking his Christmas ornament out of his hand because he teleported it back into his hand.
Was the Christmas ornament like? Ah, crap. Her talisman?
Yeah, it's a Pokeball that
Um,
contains malice right at the moment.
Ah. Yeah. The only thing that I need is that, but I'm willing to trade the bird for it.
Ben, do you have any reaction to this?
He's not really much into religion, despite being a cleric. Monk.
I mean, he says, well, what do you say, Ben? I've got some hot pie inside.
Can you teach me how to shoot fire from my fist?
Probably.
Should ask him about sticks. What if he doesn't have any sticks to give you?
I thought there were Christmas trees in here.
Oh, there's plenty of sticks, yeah.
That's a lot of sticks.
Yeah.
I could shoot fire from my fist.
Yeah, we're good. I got you. He, like, sticks his fist out to bump it.
Yeah, I could do that.
All right. See you, loser, and he kind of tosses you the Christmas ornament, and you're standing outside alone. All the tiny imp children have left, and Ben and Ed go inside to find some pie. You are in Cania still. How do you imagine you get out of Cania? We should talk about how these things work. Because you don't have magic to do like planar shift or anything like that yet.
Well, I do have this Pokeball
That is true.
that has a demon in it.
That is true, you do.
Devil in it.
All right, you kind of like smash it, and Malice comes out, and she's like, she looks at you with this like vacant expression. She's like, "Hello there. How can I help you?"
Yeah, can you take me into the realm of Asmodeus?
Of course. And you both light on fire. And chains drag you down. There's like these screaming noises. Ah! And we're gonna cut away. Ben, the pie is delicious. It is... We're back to Hames. Maeve, are you back?
Yes?
Oh, okay. I don't know if you heard, because before I was addressing you.
I never left, I don't think.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there was a bit at the beginning, like right after the break, where he was giving you some exposition, but
Yeah, and that's why I
then we
cut to
switched
Ed
over to
instead.
Ben and Ed.
Yeah. Anyway, the exposition was that she's sitting there and she's staring politely, kind of like pushing off some messy food and blood stains on the table. And Maeve, you
Our
feel...
fighter is having a temper tantrum in the other room.
Yep. And there is you feel like a pulsing like sensation in your pocket or your backpack, that like thump 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 thump.
Oh geez, things got all weird. Friends betrayed us, and there's this strange lady who claims to know me, and now my backpack is thumping. Is the thumping audible, or is it just something I feel?
I think
I obviously know what's thumping.
you
but,
can hear it, but nobody else seems to be reacting to it.
Oh, cool.
I can't hear it as a bear.
We had Growl and Poe in here.
Yeah, I think it's more of that situation. Sorry, my cat is doing a thing.
Kitty wants the love.
kitty out. Okay, anyway. So she's kind of waiting. She says, well, it seems like you had something you wanted to say.
Yeah. Who are you? How do you know me?
She says, I'm sorry. No, that's the most important question to answer right away. I am...
Actually, wait, more important. I guess there is a more important question. Are you on our side? How can we trust you?
I guarantee you that I am on your side.
That's what I thought about the bird, but now he's gone.
Well...
And the Seabolt man.
The Seabolt man? Look, I don't know what the deal with your friends are. She looks over at the elf and says, you know, it looks like you got into some trouble there, but let me just start from the beginning. I'm our Dragon Hames. I knew your great-grandfather a long time ago. We were acquainted. She kind of says, you know, without much explanation, she says, I've been working here for a while with the Thayans. You know, I think that you kind of rushed in here trying to fight evil and stop problems without kind of like discussing, you know, with us what we were doing, trying to find out more information. You know, I think it was kind of unfair to judge us so quickly.
Can I cut her off?
Yeah, sure.
When she says it's unfair to judge us so quickly, I unhook a satchel from my back and throw it to her on the table. It's full of half of the Witchfire draft that the... It was full of half of the doses of Witchfire draft that the Zentarum Patrol was carrying to the town originally, that I stuffed in the tree and grabbed on the way here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she says, yes, that's what we do here. We make this miracle of life.
And he'll just like stamp the ground and snort in her direction.
Anyway, look, I'm not a bad person, okay? This is just business. We're trying to make the world a better place.
How is making people sick making the world better? That doesn't make sense.
I mean, the thing is, we just, you know, we're trying to ramp up production, you know, so that people, you know, will live healthier lives overall. I mean, people, while they're on it, feel great all the time. You know, people that are sick or hurt don't feel that way.
I mean, Declan's completely dumbfounded. He doesn't know how to respond to her.
Okay. Yeah, she
Penny
says...
is fuming.
Anyway, Maeve, dear,
Maeve's gonna cling to Minnie's fur.
she says, like, you can trust me. She says, I know all about your parents and how terrible that was, and when they left, you know, it was because Alarad was, you know, trying to get them away from me, but I'm not a bad person. You know, he was misinformed, and you know you can't trust him.
That's definitely true. Alarad was apparently a bad person.
That's right. It's hard to know who to trust. I don't expect you to trust me, but I'm just saying, like, what do you want here? Like, what's the goal? Are you just gonna kill me and everybody else who's in here and avoid, you know, trying to solve the bigger issue?
Isn't the bigger issue that there's an evil person?
There's like what evil person? I'm.
There's and then she's gonna struggle with pronouncing a Sararak.
Oh, I mean, look, that whole thing, the Sararak, that's the sort of thing that you have to just deal with by placating it. You know, like gods like Auril and Umberly, gods that, you know, destroy people unless they get worshipped. This is what we're dealing with here. It's just us making an offering. And we're trying to balance out the good of the people with trying to prevent this lich god from destroying all of Thay.
Wait, he's gonna destroy Thay?
Yeah, I mean, if we can't get him enough magical essence to do whatever he's doing, I mean, there's only one place with enough arcane energy, and that's Thay. So if I fail, he's gonna kill a bunch of people, and they're not all, you know, wizards throwing around fireballs. A lot of them are just normal people that are wizards.
What, so fuck this world to save your own? Is that it?
I mean, wouldn't you do the same thing for the people you care about?
She's not gonna admit it, but Maeve is a little bit swayed by this argument.
You have no idea what I'm capable of.
Yeah, I'm just saying I can tell you're the type of person that would burn a village down to save one person that you love.
Where do you make this shit? Where does it come from?
We make it here. Make an insight check. Did it roll? Because my roll 20 is having a bad time.
It's a 3.
Okay, we'll see if my chat actually updates, because I was getting errors in roll 20. I don't want to refresh. I think I have to though.
You have to.
All right. Hold on, I'm refreshing. But anyway, she seems to have this like implacable face. And she says, I just can't say. But you're free to walk around. I'm not going to attack you unless I'm attacked, but you know, everyone else here is on guard and ready for you. There's not really much of the complex left. You've seen most everything there is here.
You seem to be in a hurry to go that way. What's over there?
I mean, that's where I came from, right? So it's just it's kind of where my post is.
Don't be fucking cute. What's behind the door?
There's my boss's office, she says.
And who is that?
If you're a powerful wizard, why aren't you the boss?
I'm not a powerful wizard. No, that's my brother you're thinking of. My brother Alarad.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, the bowstring gets a lot tighter.
I mean, I'm a human. Well, you know, I'm a human. And she smiles and she says, Alarad is not. We're barely related. It's, you know, one of those things.
Does she smell like they're barely related?
I mean, she smells like the human parts of Alarad. Elves kind of have that, you know, lavender smell, which she lacks.
So Declan smells like lavender?
I don't know what Declan smells like. Probably like cedar.
Oh, that's very nice. Oh,
Sandalwood.
Presumably Declan smells like sweat and blood.
I don't think elves like smell sweaty. I never think of an elf with BO.
They're like pigs that just don't have sweat glands.
Yeah.
They gotta roll in the mud if they get
Or
to
dogs. I mean, hold on. Before we jump to pig.
So,
Pigs are very intelligent.
she says, I'm gonna just let you go on your way. Do you have any more questions for me? I mean, obviously you want to catch up. I don't just want to, go. She looks at you. She's like, kiddo.
Naya's gonna like stand protectively over Maeve.
Maeve is gonna ask her to come with us.
Sure, I can do that. Where are we going? Maybe we can
Wherever
leave?
you make
She's
that
gonna look
shit.
at Declan.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna look back at Maeve. Like I assume that she's looking at me at that point, and I'll nod towards the bag and just say, "Wherever you're making that shit, that's gotta go."
All right, I can do that. She stands up and she says, I really would suggest you don't do this.
I'll grab her sword, and I'm gonna carry it over to her,
Sure.
and I'll hand it to her.
Okay.
But I'm gonna whisper to her as well. And I'll just say, if you really do care about that little girl, don't make me open you up in front of her. You understand me? Because I will.
All right. Look, I'm not trying to, tempt her into some kind of plot. This is just me honestly curious about how she's been. This way.
Yeah, if you gave a shit about her, you would have been here a long time ago.
Well, I was in another dimension. It's not like I'm a dimension hopping being like all of you are. Anyway, she's saying as she kind of walks forward.
Yeah, I think we need to go find Laura before we leave, but...
Yeah, and we're gonna, unless Laura, you want your own vignette, I would cut back to hell. Emmy, do you want a vignette?
No. She's just. You could hear her like shouting and breaking chairs and shit in the other room.
Okay.
So I'll tell Hames to hold on while we go get her, but go ahead and do the cut.
Okay. You are, Ed, you're being flung through hell, being dragged by chains going through your feet, and you slam through the window of Asmodeus's castle. He is in a large pit of lava, that's been uncovered, like a slab was over it. He's kind of sitting in it as if it was a jacuzzi. And he's looking at you and he says, yeah, that wasn't a good idea.
You're telling me I have glass shards up my ass.
Yeah, why did you take a gift from Mephistopheles? He kind of points at it and tries to pull it from you with his mind, but he can't. He's like, what? You should give that to me.
But it's the servants, my lord. The
What do
servant that serves me, which serves you.
Yeah, but if it's from him, I need to know what it is, and I don't think you should have that in your possession.
Well, it's a can be. What's her name again? D something.
Malice.
Malice?
Just a normal. That's a normal name. It's like Karen.
Malice.
It's like Karen.
It's a good way to remember it.
Well, it has that in it. It's fine.
Oh, you mean Malice, who ran off and is wanted by me to be put to death? You want to not turn her over for me to turn into dust and then snort?
Yeah.
with respect, my lord.
You can always
still think
snort the dust later.
yeah, you can still snort other defectors.
I mean, I'd share some with you.
Now this is getting interesting.
You can have a drag.
Wait, why not just use her for your own thing and then Isn't she like immortal or something?
No, devils and not devils, demons in the damn it, it was devils. Devils are immortal unless they're killed in hell. Then they die forever.
Exactly, though. You could always snort her ashes later. Well, after you make whatever use you want.
Well, that's not directed towards him. He says, you know what the funny thing is, though, about my followers is they're not even torturing others on my behalf. They torture themselves, you know? And this decision to try to be selfish and to not serve me is really going to be torturing yourself.
Well, I mean, I will, but I kind of still need a servant. That was the entire point of this, because, my companions are pretty fed up with my shit, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna kill me.
Oh, okay, so you need, like, something to stand in the way of you or something like that. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, like, I'd be willing to hand over this one if you had something of equal or greater value, you know?
Why are you trying to bargain right now? What is the deal with you? Like, I'm looking in your head and you're just... Okay.
He's a bard. He's weird.
He kind of, like, sighs and he just, like... You hear this, like, farting noise from the lava pit, and these gases just kind of, like, start exhuming out, and a fiery little, like, creature kind of appears. He's like, there you go. How about, why don't you take old Fart Cloud right there? Go for it.
What is that?
Sweet
Jesus, what is that?
What the hell is that?
I mean, I told you. I farted it for you, Ed. That's what you deserve, is a big fart cloud of equal or lesser value, or greater, whatever. You get the point.
What'd it
do you happen to have, like, another candy? Like...
What? Like a what?
I don't know. I mean, I'd also like some companionship, not to say that your fart cloud is bad. I'm just saying, extra conversation.
Yeah, I'm done with this conversation, Ed. Take it or leave it. But, he says, he's like, make a insight check. I mean, obviously this is going to be very difficult, but I don't think it's too difficult for... Maybe my chat's still broken because I don't see anything coming through. Oh, there it is. Yeah, you can tell that he still can't take the ornament from you. So he says, yeah, I mean, she kind of looks at you nervously, because I guess she's still there. This has been less than 10 minutes. And he's like, I'm waiting, Ed. Are you gonna take it or not?
Just give me a second. This is a difficult decision for me.
Sure.
That was pretty sarcastic.
Oh, yeah. I definitely was being sarcastic there. Oh, wait. You're not even here. Hello?
Was I not?
Hello?
Uh-oh, Spencer, can you hear us?
No, I was joking. Anyway.
Oh, Jesus.
Does Osmodeus pull out a small sand timer and give him a literal minute?
Yeah, he definitely pulls out a sand timer out of the lava pit that he's sitting in. He's like, here we go.
It deals 1 fire damage. Per minute.
That'd be half damage, though.
So, fire elemental or a candy is my options.
Yep. He kind of nods. This one came out of my butt.
Extra evil.
Extra evil, extra foul.
To me, Ed, I think that's more than you deserve, quite honestly. Apparently, you're gonna do what I say no matter what. Ed, do you need more time to think? Should I cut away?
Yeah, I need time
Okay.
to think about this.
We cut back to Ben. Ben, you're having pie. Mephistopheles makes you a hot mug of cocoa, and he pours a little bit of, he's like, shh, and he pours a little bit of rum into it. He's like, this is for you, my special boy.
Oh God.
He says, so I was thinking, yeah, why don't we'll work on this together, okay? We'll find something for you. I mean, you have your big collection of sticks.
Endless sticks.
You have a lot of sticks, yeah. I don't... Honestly, the only thing I can do, like I can tell you, fire, it's kind of awful. Like, do you want me just to, that fancy stick you have, I can... If you just touch it to my hand, it would, be cold as my hand instead. Would that be helpful to you?
Can you make Gerald really cold?
Gerald?
Gerald the stick.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't see the harm in doing that. Gerald's like, what? No, fuck, no, don't do that.
I don't know. Gerald's a hate stick. Shouldn't he be happy about getting more power and being able to be more hateful?
He's like, I don't want to be cold.
Is he cold or hot? That's the question.
I don't know. I just feel it.
We could always try.
Oh, God. All right. So he says, all right, but look, feels like you and your friend just seem to only care about getting magic items. There's only so many you can have in your hand. He kind of like shakes his head like, you two are just silly. He says, all right, and the hate stick is now a Frost brand weapon. There you go. It's not really any better than the fire stick. I think the fire stick does 2d6 damage. He's like, that's...
Much more stick.
It is more stick. That is true. It'll still keep Gerald's attributes, but it requires attunement. So... that's it. There you go. You got the only Frost brand stick. It's like, well, I hope you're happy now. You got more magic items, more experience points. I honestly think there's so much more to you, Ben. You are a special boy. He grabs your shoulders and he says, oh, sorry, my hands are cold. You can really make a difference in this world, don't you think?
Oh, why can't I stay here?
Well, you could stay here, but I mean, then what would we do? There's only so many times we can watch. I got a crystal ball with some good shows on it. Can get lost, and the Orange is the New Black.
The Christmas movie.
What?
What about Die Hard, the Christmas movie?
Die Hard? Yeah, Die Hard is the best Christmas movie, am I right? Let me ask you a question, Ben. How do you feel about Ed just selling you for a random demon floozy? That doesn't seem really nice. Like I said, you're a good guy, You seem like a good friend.
I don't think that hard.
Why? I mean, look, it's not like you're stupid. Like, if I was to rate your intelligence between a scale of 1 and 20, it seems like you're, no less than an 8. which isn't that bad. You know, some of us just aren't as smart as others. It doesn't mean that you're stupid.
Oh, I just never considered things much.
Is that...
Everything gets annoying if you think about it too much.
Well, fair enough. I agree with you there. Part of me just wants to do what you're saying. Just you stay, you know, like sit on the couch and kick back, you know, but you've been running around gathering your sticks and fighting bad guys and stuff like that. I mean, I'm just surprised that you want to give that all away, especially after you were, I don't know, that would hurt me what happened to you is all I think I'm trying to say.
Ben is confused.
He kind of nods to you. He says, you know, like, demons, they do the, not, you know, devils are different, but demons do this thing where they're like, you know, make you like lose your mind and they tear your soul apart. We are trying to make people understand themselves better and what they want. You know, we can give you gifts like turn your stick cold. It's not a big deal, you know, especially with how tough you are. A little extra ice, you know, in your swing isn't gonna do much. I'm just talking about, what do you want? What do you want, Ben? What do you want?
No.
I mean, okay, all I'm saying is, like, I'm tired of people having to feel bad or suffer or think. What if we could stop other people from having to think? Wouldn't that be good? If everything just kind of happened?
It worked for me.
Okay, well, let's talk more about that. But do you think do you want to stay friends? Like, what if I send you back with your buddies? You can check on them, and, you know, I can bring you back here maybe a little later. Time moves slower here anyway.
Oh, I just wanted to stay here.
Okay. Are you serious, Rob? Out of game? Like, what's your deal here? Are you gonna stay in hell?
Yeah.
Is this your way of quitting the game? What are we doing?
Rerolling, I suppose?
Oh god, everyone is ditching their characters. Okay. Alright then, here we go.
I'm not.
He's like, okay. I understand. And he puts his hand on you and he like kind of pushes on your shoulder and your body starts to shrink and starts to like turn solid. He says, you can stay with me as long as you want. And he takes this little tiny you and he puts you on top of this tree that's sitting in the room with him. And he kind of looks up at you and he's like, yeah, that's what I was missing. He says, he did have a lot of nice sticks though. You're still able to speak, but you can't move. So you could think about if this is what you want.
You can think about it.
Okay. And he turns back on the TV and he's thinking to himself, like, what now? I guess if you're not going to help me with this problem I'm having with a Sararak, poor guy, and with Einar, we got to figure this out, Bird. You and me. You're going to stay here since I know you're not going to do much good out there. No offense to you, but all right. Can we cut away from me? Can we cut away from me, guys? All right. It cuts away from him. And
I have a scene.
Okay.
So as everybody enters the room, Laura is no longer beating the shit out of tables and chairs and stuff. And I guess actually she should not be in this room. She should be in the hallway, or she should not be in the hallway. She should be in this room. So she's not beating the shit out of everything anymore. Instead, she's kneeling on the floor, and she is praying. Well, she's kind of praying, and she's like calling out the name of every god she can think of. Like, I don't know. Think of what are some gods that she would know the names of?
Well, you've met Auril. You've met some demons. You've met Mistra.
Probably not like any demons, but like,
Yeah,
normal gods
like
like
Mistra
Myliki and
Myliki.
Silana.
Yeah, I
and
think
like
I think the elven
Arkin
gods
and
would be
like
pretty soft.
Mel again and stuff.
You can
and
probably
she's
make like a religion check.
Yeah, what you're saying is you're just doing
Like,
it. You're calling all of them, right?
yeah.
Okay.
She's begging for someone.
Well, you're
to
waiting
help
there,
her.
and you're hearing them have your friends have this conversation in the distance, and it's like only making you more frustrated. And then you hear a voice say, "Yeah, sorry, I was I was busy. Hey, how you doing?" No, it's okay.
Laura looks around in the room like, is there someone talking to her?
Yeah, no, look, this is always weird the first time, right? I mean, your friends, from what I'm gathering and the energy in the room, I'm feeling some, essence of,
Drugs.
Drugs on you, but I'm talking more about the planar shifting that's been going on in here. So it seems like everybody's reaching out to higher beings, which you can only really do so much of that in one day. Anyway, look, my name is Arkin. Who are you? I mean, well, I know who you are, but I like it when people introduce themselves. It seems more polite.
I am Laura Lightwind.
Hey,
I used to pretend to be the greatest mage in the world, but
sure.
I'm actually a total fraud.
Well, I'm sure you've been told this before, but magic's really not all that great. It
really isn't.
No. Really, it actually just makes people greedy and miserable and dependent on it, Do you know what divine power is? Like, how it works?
Honestly, I don't.
Well, let's say that we're all inherently magical, right? But the type of magic that Mistra had kind of given to the world with the weave, people that use divine magic, what they do is they put together their efforts to focus in their energy, their hopes, their dreams, what they want into one person. They say, it's kind of like democracy, right? They say, okay, you're in charge, person. We believe in you. You have the power. And that's where, I'm not special. Any of these other gods, they're not special. They've just been doing this for a long time, and enough people believe in them that is what gives them strength. That's why in order to have this strength, they dish it back out to others. Some clerics and paladins and druids, those that are getting power from a divine being, are getting it just, they can become almost godlike themselves. And people start to believe in them as they get stronger. It's just kind of the cycle of power. I'm not trying to say I'm all about power or anything like that, but I do believe in conquest. He says slowly, and then he kind of materializes in front of you, like looking at you seriously. There are some people that don't deserve to have power, that take it. There's people out there that have to be the police. I have to say, like, hey, you misused that crossbow. You shouldn't have been allowed to buy a crossbow. We should have to do a background check on you. Man, I guess I just kind of got lost there for a second. Anyway, do you get what I'm trying to say?
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. I had this thing happen to me a while ago. I was in Barovia, and I touched something. A god way older than me spoke to me, and I kind of realized that they weren't that special. You know, that the power.
Wait. Hold
What?
on. Did you say Barovia?
Yeah.
No, nobody's been to Barovia in 500 years.
Well, I have.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Barovia?
Even, I mean, I can't go back right now. Even I can't. Only you can. Well, your friend that has the heart can.
Right.
Anyway, I hope your friends aren't getting bored with all this exposition. I probably should go because that your friend is about to, and the door opens. And then there's kind of like a whisper in your head, like, "I'll be here though. We can talk whenever you want." Declan kind of comes in. And Brown Bear is following Hames, it sounds like. I guess Ben is out of the game. Ed is making a difficult choice. So who wants to take the mic?
I mean, I'll walk into the room that Laura's in. What do I see when I walk in?
She is sitting, and you thought you heard voices through the door, but as soon as you open the door, Laura,
Hello.
Make a not even a persuasion check or a deception check, just make a performance check. Okay, yeah, I mean, she seems like whatever you heard, like she seems like she's in a better mood now. However she wants to appear, I guess.
I think you hit the nail right on the head. She's pretending to be totally fine. She's, just as a magician should be, I guess. Happy and not lying and not pretending that she hasn't been trying to worship hasn't been trying to beg for help from any kinds of powerful beings, including the evil ones.
You hear a voice in your head saying like, "Hey, so you're still dealing with these addiction issues. Sorry if you're being distracted. Like, he's going to talk to you in 1 second here." Declan, did you have anything else to say to her?
I think there's probably a bit we can figure out in Fireside. Like, I'm just in my mind, I'm putting a pin in this as a great place where we can expound on this, Emmy. But the long and short of it is, I'm going to come into the room, and is Laura still kneeling? You had mentioned that she was kneeling initially.
So she was like previously kneeling and like staring forward, probably not directly into the lamp, but into something. The room is completely trashed because she destroyed everything.
Oh, you did like
and then
a
when
Kylo
she ran
Ren?
out of things, probably. When she ran out of things to destroy, she calmed down and started like searching for gods. But now, like, as the door opened, Laura like turned around and got up and like, I guess she has her hands behind her back, but she's not like holding anything. She just feels like she has to hide.
Are you in this room right here?
Yeah, that room.
That's probably fair.
You, I mean, you notice there are some cool stuff on the desk there, Laura.
Are half of them destroyed?
I mean, there's a couple things that are not, like something that should have been destroyed but isn't, and another thing that was just not something that was too destructible. One, you're not even sure if it was there. It seems like it's like perfectly coiled. There's like an amulet sitting on the desk, and it is a picture of a Ryan. Are you still there? Sorry, if you don't. Do you mind me using your name, Ryan? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What is your old character's, like, what is his symbol for his godly power?
It should be
I was gonna say like an owl
a
and then
hammer, I think.
like a hammer? Okay.
Yeah, I think.
Okay. So it is, yeah, because you were a forge cleric, that's right. He's like, just like, got it. So I'm gonna have to weave that into how I'm doing this because I totally forgot that aspect of it. We got this. Okay, so yeah, there is a hammer and and it's clutched by like a talon of some kind of bird on this big round medallion. And then there's a backpack there that you've definitely like hit with your sword a few times, and it's not showing any wear. Actually, it probably should. Whatever.
So you said there was a hammer and a backpack?
Yep. The backpack is like there are coins just rolling out of it, and they seem to just come out of nowhere. Like it doesn't seem like it's even full.
So I think Laura's probably holding like the hammer behind her back.
Yeah, the necklace. You have to make a sleight of hand check.
Oh, yeah. She's good at those. See?
Well, Declan, you can always make a perception check if you're wanting to notice her like grabbing anything.
Oh no, he doesn't give a shit what she's holding.
Okay.
I'm just he's gonna walk straight at her. If she's on her feet and facing him, he's gonna grab her kind of under the armpits, like where the armor meets the shirt, and he's gonna try to push her back against the wall in this direction.
That lamp is probably destroyed because she broke it.
Fair enough. He's just going to kind of, push you up against the wall and lean in. I've missed quite a bit over the past, I don't know how long, but when I came back, I saw you attack one of us. I don't know what your problem is, but you need to get your shit together because I'm sick of dealing with it. I'm going to take the package of cold cream that I kept out, and I'm going to kind of like push it against her chest and say, I don't know what you need to do with this. I don't know what you need to figure out, but it needs to stop being a problem now. We've got bigger issues to deal with than you dragging us down with your shit.
Actually, sorry about that. Already did that. And then he left.
What do you mean he left?
I didn't know he was even capable of leaving. Did he really hate me that much?
Pick up your sword. Follow me. We've got a job to do. This isn't the time.
Laura's gonna draw her sword, but like not at. Oh gosh, goodbye, music bot.
That was
She's
me.
gonna draw her sword, but not at Deglin. Like, obviously not trying to threaten him in any way.
Yeah, no, that's fine. He's not going to move either way.
She mostly has guilt in her eyes.
We can figure the rest out later, but right now we need to do what we came here to do. We can't sit around and feel sorry for ourselves. Okay?
Right. Lead on, Deglin.
Good. Grab your shit and follow me. I'll kind of put my hand on Maeve's shoulder as I go and just say, come on, let's go. I'm assuming I don't notice that bag you were talking about.
Unless you want to make a history check, I know you always get kind of, screwed by those checks.
I'm fine to make any check. It's the whole point of having pluses and minuses.
Yeah. No, this is a very famous type of backpack that's been used by, that was used by old-timey explorers back when, magic items were much more plentiful, although in your world right now it seems like they are. So this is a Heward's handy haversack.
Fuck yes! Yes! Sorry.
Cool.
I hate the bag of holding so
It
much.
is full of 10,000 gold pieces. That is where the coins are rolling out of. I think the money was also probably something that would have interested you.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna flick Shiny Boy or Fragile Boy in my hand and kind of like flip it over and point at the bag and just say like, grab that, bring that too, and go back into the room where my not trusted person is and Benny is.
Okay. It is. So you go back. Ed, did you wanna? Are you good? How you doing?
I have one question.
Yeah.
Does the fire elemental is this like a one-time fire elemental
No.
use, or is it like
Let me get you something here. Hold on. It's actually. It's a little bit more comparable than what you had before. I just think that even though they're the same challenge rating, the Cambion like has some things that it like the plane shift and stuff that were pretty useful. So the fire elemental brazier is what you would get. Kind of, you know, that'd be it. Once per day, summon conjure elemental. You can use it even though you're not a druid or wizard. You know, it's just you get a fire elemental. He's like, I'm gonna put it in this jar. And he puts it in like this clay pot. Don't worry, it's tough, it's terracotta. Real infernal terracotta. He looks at the camera and there's like text scrolling at the bottom with phone numbers. My sad music's playing while this is happening, but maybe that's appropriate. And he kind of like has that realization. He says, anyway, we got a lot of work to do, Ed. I need you to figure out this Acererak stuff, whatever Mephistopheles is doing, trying to manipulate you by being nice to you. Like, stop. You don't deserve it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pick the fire elemental simply because it lasts longer. I'm sorry.
Very practical decision.
I mean, I would still like to snort some of that good shit.
Oh no, we're totally gonna snort that Cambion right now, bro. And he just like takes the thing. He's like, okay, I was gonna study this and figure out what he was doing with this, but he kind of just stomps on it. Or no, she's still there. And yeah, so she kind of like screams and then oh, my headphones died. Hold on one sec. Let me turn on my other ones. Hopefully these ones have juice. They should. Okay, I can just look like a dweeb and have this plugged in. I just need another moment. You all talk amongst yourselves. I need to fix this really quick. Be right back. Sorry. We're
problem.
Hold on.
So the handy haversack, that was what, 10,000 GP he said in there? That's fucking crazy.
Handy haversack is so much more interesting than the bag of holding.
Y'all seem way more excited about it, so I'm not gonna have Declan be the one who grabs it and pulls it out of the room because
I'm not even in the room, but I want it.
Well, I think Laura picked it up because Declan was like, hey, pick this up.
Yeah.
You hear that, cat?
It's so much stuff.
It's a good cat.
Cat is
Kitty.
contributing.
My cat's just sitting here staring at me silently because that's what she does.
judging you.
Yep. She's gonna mew. Kitties.
Thing. Perfect. Can you all hear me? I can't hear you at the moment.
Sure. Yeah, no, we've
Okay,
been able
hold
to
on.
hear
I think
you
my
the whole
headphones
time.
are
We've been
not
quiet.
on
Oh,
the.
shit. You clearly can't hear us through when stop
plug-in
talking.
Okay, I need to figure out my first. Oh gosh! Oh no! What is this? I hear a Spencer.
Yeah, no, I'm good now. Okay, so anyway, in practical terms, Emiya, the Arkan is saying, you know, like, there's a few things that are going to be required of you if you're going to do this. You gotta get sober, and that means you're gonna have to go all in. Like, you're gonna have to decide how you're gonna champion for me. You know, I prefer if you were gonna be a knight in my service.
Should we, just out of curiosity, should we fireside that?
That is
I mean,
a good.
like,
No, thank you so much for doing it. Sometimes I get carried away. Yeah.
I just think that would be a good thing. Then you guys can ask questions back and forth. You
Of course.
can spend as much time on it as you want.
Yeah, definitely. He's like, well, we'll have this conversation. But anyway, let's, well, I wish I could get there on Thursdays, but it feels like my life never stops. We're back. We're doing the thing with the fire elemental. Ed, you're back, in this world. Well, do you want to go back? That's a good question.
Yeah, I want to go back.
Okay. He says,
As some parting words to Asmodeus, like I'll get right on trying to find what's up with
yeah, I mean,
Softly.
you know, every time you've had a chance so far to, you know, capture people that are trying to subvert me or to kill them, you haven't been doing a great job. So I'm just letting you know that I'm really not sure why we're still doing this.
Asmodeus is not the kind of guy.
I'm playing
second, third,
the
fourth,
long
fifth
con.
chances.
You see.
That sounds like the beginning of a breakup conversation. Why are we?
Yeah, I just honestly don't see what your plan is here, but I'm interested. I mean, because if you fail, it's gonna be bad for me and really bad for you. So you gotta stick it together. If you can't get your friends on your side again, because you need to fight a lich, you need to have like people that are trying to do the right thing. That's why this is why we're doing this, okay, Ed? This is why you're with them. You gotta get them to like you. What devils get people to like them? Either through, you know, magic and supernatural charms, or you actually have to do nice things for people. I know you heal them, but other than that, what are you doing to make them like you? You sold your friend for a ball that we just snorted, and now you're never gonna see him again. So
I mean, to be fair, that was the best time I've ever had.
it was
in my
great.
life.
I had a great time. Yeah, it was awesome.
But to be fair, I have a plan. You see, there's this other guy that I know that would be way better than that bird. And it evens the playing field for me because then I get someone else that's on my side going into it, you know?
Okay.
Well, yeah, I'll do the bardic things, you know, keep them alive, help defeat the lich, you know, and
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just trying not to rock the boat too badly, although I'm already failing on that. But out of curiosity, do you know any other demon talismans that are anywhere in the world that might help?
I mean, how much more do you need?
Trust me, it's me. I need a lot of help.
Okay, well, I mean, look, we could destroy Ballsy that's your friends are never gonna go along with that. He's got plenty of resources we could use. No, I mean, for me, I'm not gonna. This is not how we operate. You know, you're one soul. I get my power from lots of souls right now. A lot of souls are being chained to whatever the Thayans are doing. So we need to free up some magic, some potential, so that I can give that to you. I don't know. You got leads of your own, right? I mean, what was that? He kind of like pulls out a book with like a bunch of images of you and your friends, like through time. And he's like flipping through this book, and he's like, yeah, here. It's an image of you all standing in front of this fortune teller machine. He says, this, I mean, looks like you were told about an artifact. There's nothing better than an artifact. Especially one that's designed to kill liches. I mean, it's right there. Too bad we snorted that Cambion. She'd be useful in transporting you to where this thing is, but at least you have a way to get around.
Well, fuck.
Yeah, it's okay though. I mean, you just have to. Your friends happen to have the thing that can get you where you need to go to get the most powerful weapon ever made. So there you go.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try to do that. One last favor. Can you send me back?
Oh yeah. No, I mean, come on. I gotta recharge. I'm an introvert. Believe it or not, I'm not an introverted extrovert. Anyway, he's like, see ya, and he kind of like flicks his hand, and you fly back out the window. And he's like,
Does he recharge?
Yeah, he like goes and puts on some slippers and some sweatpants, and like kind of gets
Just scrapbooking?
Yeah, he like takes his little book and he's like, okay, this is nice. Okay, so you're back, Ed. Like the table explodes in fire, and then like instantly like cooks so hot that it like turns to ashes, and you're standing on this table that's ashy. It doesn't burn you or your friends. It just kind of like scalds. It's terrifying. And you're back. There is a jar in your hands. And your face is covered in a strange powder, like red powder.
What's up, guys? I'm back. Did you miss me?
Zora draws her swords.
Okay, so I was keeping an eye on the person whose name I forgot already. Starts with an H.
Haversack.
Yeah.
The backpack named what?
No, I was keeping an eye on him. So I don't know where that puts me because I don't know where she went. Like, I would have wanted to keep an eye out for the group so they like knew where we were going, but I also don't want to like have her out of my sight. So I don't know if I'm in this room right now or not.
I mean, I think I told her to wait before we would go forward, so she's probably still in the room. So I doubt you have to leave the room to follow her.
Okay. I just don't see her in here now, so I'm just like, what is going on?
Yeah, no, totally. She's gone. Spencer, is Haim still in the room?
No, she is in the other corridor. The bear, I was told the bear was like watching her. She's just standing in the other corridor.
Well, what I had told her was to wait here while we went to go get Laura.
She respects your wishes. I just didn't realize. Yeah, she didn't just disappear.
Okay. So that means I'm in the room. Hooray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, you're in... the room where Laura was, or what?
Everybody's
No,
in
this
room.
the room we're all currently in.
Got it.
Sorry. I was unnecessarily confused. Many will. Is this fire elemental in the room?
No, it's in Ed's jar.
Okay. I will move to stand here and growl at Ed, but not let Laura get any closer if I can help it.
Hey Ed, where's Ben?
Ben chose to live in hell. Yeah, funny story about that. He wanted to live with what's his face? Mephistopheles on a Christmas tree.
I don't think you know
'Cause
that.
I have my ways.
Also, that sounds so
I think
far-fetched.
I'm fairly certain that Asmodeus wouldn't tell you on purpose.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he was eating pie with Mephistopheles last time I checked.
Get that puddle of slime out of my sight.
Manny's gonna sniff him and see if she can smell Ben.
He
Or
smells
any blood or like.
Yeah, he smells like pie and gingerbread, but there's stronger traces of sulfur and like fear, like the scent of fear that animals can smell.
Interesting. Manny will grunt and sit like a dog. Like a non-aggressive posture.
You got it. All right.
Yeah, when Laura goes to grab her sword, I'm going to put a hand on her wrist and keep her from pulling the sword completely out of the sheath if I can. Just say, I just talked about this a minute ago. Stop.
So you know that Camby, the one that you guys tried to kill? Yeah, I
The one
traded
you
her for
wanted.
this jar of fire elementals.
What?
Yeah, it was a good time. Also, Camby, one hell of a drug.
What?
Why are all of our party members doing drugs?
I don't know. It's some sort of weird after-school special thing that we're doing. So
Yeah, so the entire time I was clearly trying to kill the Camby for higher powers.
I'm sorry, I don't give a shit about the Camby, and where is Ben?
Last time, like I said, he literally wanted to stay in hell.
Why?
I don't know. Ask the Birdman.
You can't
just,
trust anything.
you know,
that
he said
Snake
something
says.
about
He probably
wanting
killed
to
that
have
Ben.
flaming fists and grab more sticks. So he wanted to stay in hell. Oh man, don't shoot the messenger.
Yeah, I'll just, I guess I'll kind of walk around. Manny, I'll hop up on the table and pass through the specter. And kind of, I'm going to grab Ed and do the same thing I did with Laura. He's significantly heavier, so I don't think I can move him. But I'm going to kind of grab him, like, by the shoulder plate and just say, I don't know what is going on, or what the problem is between you two, but whatever it is, it's done. We have to work together if we're going to keep going, and we'll talk about Ben later, because this conversation isn't done, but everybody needs to quit going off in their own direction and doing whatever the hell they think they feel like they need to do at any given moment. We're here for a reason. Just keep your head straight.
Oh, trust me, my head is in the right place. But I'm just telling you, he wanted to stay in hell. He found a bird's nest there. and decided to call it home.
Yeah, I think if I can, I'd like to try to insight check that, even though my score's awful.
I mean, you know that he could outlie your butt anytime.
Yeah, I kind of assume that. Yeah.
I mean, okay. Deception would be different, but it's the same roll roughly, so.
Yeah, I'm sure
Well, I mean,
it's the same thing.
I'm not trying to lie. I'm actually trying to tell the truth on that.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, he's not actually lying.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think you know. I think that's part of their game, you know, that both of them are playing.
True.
But anyway, so tell me what you all are. I mean, so now that Ben is gone, I mean, it's still early yet compared to, you know, what do you want to do, Rob?
Say again. I am in disconnecting from the minutes.
You're disconnecting?
I was.
Oh, I was just saying, what do you?
I don't
Oh,
know.
I see. What do you want to do now? Is what I'm asking you. Like with your time.
I'm just planning and thinking.
Okay, I'm just making sure you're all right. Okay.
Oh no, I'm still listening. I'm
Laura,
always listening.
I mean, we have a lot to talk about, so I want to help you with what you're dealing with, and I think that Arkan has some ideas for that. I think that the fact that he is a forge cleric, you know, has some interesting flavor for you. I think it's going to determine a lot about what you choose to do, but we'll get to that. Maeve, do you have anything you want to do? I know Declan's going to go have a conversation, it looks like, here.
No, she's very confused about who else she should trust.
Okay.
So I think she's just gonna stick by Manny.
Okay, so then Declan, you're on.
No, I just turn around and tell the group, you know, file in, everyone on me, let's go. And I motion to Hames to go through the door.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but I'm not moving from this tile space. I'm not moving from this square on the ground unless you all decide, me or Ed. I will not travel with this man.
We need to work together, man.
Manny will just turn around and give you like the saddest bear eyes and like nudge you towards Declan and like the door.
If you really are this self-absorbed that you can't put this shit behind you long enough to do what's right, then I don't know what use we have for you. This is where you get to choose.
I mean,
You're either an adult or you're not. We can have this conversation some other time, but this isn't the place to do it.
yeah, and I mean,
We're not asking you to travel with him, we're asking you to survive. Fight. Let's finish this and figure the rest of it out later. Are you really willing to walk away from this? Is that the kind of person you are? It doesn't seem like the person I know.
I don't think there was a fight to be had anymore.
Declan looks around at the bloody bodies in the room.
are
Left
I mean,
ages ago.
mm.
Goodbye, Declan.
Oh, is she leaving? Oh no!
Yes.
Oh god!
Oh no, Manny doesn't fit through the door.
Goodbye, Manny.
Can I like try to grab her?
Yeah.
Are you wearing a cloak right now, or like your shirt or something with my face? I try to grab her
She
clothes.
does
with my
have like kind of baggy clothing, sort of, as part of her stylistic thing.
Yeah, she'll
They-
try to like grab your shirt or something, her teepers, and she'll make a very pitiful, sad sound.
Okay, Laura's not stealing the haversack. She probably gave it to Declan. So Laura looks into Manny's eyes and like she's probably about to cry. She's definitely like about to cry right now, and she turns away and like walks off, possibly ripping the shirt in the process.
You just hear like a howling bear behind you, because I can't fit through that door.
I'm sorry.
Oh wait, Maeve also wanted to grab Laura?
Mhm.
The feelings. Everybody is, all of the people that Laura cares about is trying to stop her. She's gone. I think she's gone. Unless somebody runs after her in like a long time. Or yeah. Oh shit, a dragon!
Hey, callback.
Yeah, that was a good one. There are dragons up there, yeah. No, I don't know. I mean, you hear the voice in your head. I mean, if we need to go to that level, but I mean, you know, Arkan's like, look, I guess I never really understood being a hero. I understood taking down people that had power that they didn't deserve, and also, you know, basically just if I didn't have what I needed, building it for myself. And I think that your friends are, I don't know, do you care about what they care about anymore? Why don't you? Do you want me to go? You want to have this conversation? Is this something we should do later?
I'm really scared
Oh.
of what could be done to them.
I mean, we can do this.
I don't
We
think
can
I'm strong enough to watch.
We can cheat if you want. I mean, I just don't know if that's what you want to do. I can take away your fear. But, I mean, can you do it on your own? Mm. Oh man.
I think that's the second time this session you've rolled double ones too.
I'm
Oh,
so
no. Oh no.
I think you tried, but I think I should go. You should go.
You want me to go? Okay.
You were looking for a champion, and I'm not the champion you're looking for.
If you say so. I mean, you've thought enough about this?
Out of character. Fuck no.
Alright. Well,
On behalf of Laura, out of character, I mean.
let's
In
keep
character.
let's keep talking. I think that all I'm trying to say is that none of us have this figured out. Okay, so anyway, we're all set here.
How about everybody else?
Yeah. What else is the gang doing?
Crying.
Yeah, here, let me fix this music situation and then I will comment.
Okay, we're good now.
Oh, hey, I think I left beautiful assistant behind.
Oops.
Nope, he's with us now, too bad.
I guess so.
All I was trying to do with that music, by the way, if everyone wants to know I have been monkeying with it, is because the old bot used to just let me skip songs in the playlist instead of just being like, I'm done. That was all I was trying to do.
Well, the new bot actually requires you to build a playlist.
Oh, that sucks. I mean,
Well, the old bot didn't even allow us to do that, so.
yeah, that's true. Okay, so Laura's gone. Cool.
Ben's gone too.
Ben is gone. This is weird.
was like-
Hames says, looks like your family's falling apart. Maybe do you need people to ally with?
I'm just gonna growl at her because I can't communicate with.
Yeah, no, when she says, it looks like your family's falling apart, Declan just clenches his fists and says, shut up. Take us where we need to go.
Yeah, you got it.
We don't need your fucking
Anyway.
commentary.
Look, I'll take you to the boss. It's fine. Like, either doorway, it all connects. Whatever works best for you.
Does that light any of those rooms?
No, but I think that's fine.
Did she specifically choose one of these two doorways? I might have missed that, but I'm assuming my character would have seen it.
She chose this doorway, but she came through the other doorway before.
Okay. I'm going to follow behind her, but I want to specifically move slowly and look for traps.
You got it. She says, there's like a door that's cracked open ahead. And she says, once you enter that hallway, there is a security system that will activate no matter what, and I can't disable it.
Well, then what's through the other door?
The other door goes to the same room.
Okay, well, why? Why would somebody design this like that? Why are there two hallways that lead
We
to the
don't
same
have
room?
well, it's almost as if this map was designed by a program that doesn't understand how hallways should work.
Got it. Never mind.
There were these two guys, Don and John, that came up with the plans for how we could. They had like meld stone spells they were using and putting it together, but they just disagreed on where hallways should be.
I can't fit through these doors either, can I?
No, you'd probably have to hop out of old bear form.
Good.
Are you able to squeeze
Damn
through
it.
the hallways, though?
Like a cat. A
In
liquid
terms of
cat.
black bear,
There's like a
smaller,
thing
mobile
about
bear.
having squeezing through 5-foot spaces.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the bear can squeeze through. Large creatures can squeeze. You'd be at like disadvantage if you had to make a roll.
Okay. Then I will squeeze on my belly a crawl.
You're
Army
like,
crawl.
you're like Pooh Bear. You're gonna get your butt stuck.
I want to clarify with Hames too. Like, I don't give a shit about her boss. I want to go where this is made so that we can blow that up.
Sure.
So
She's like, look, I'll walk in first. I'll go talk to her. She steps in here, and hold on one sec. Come on, you thing. Like a horse appears. A flaming horse appears.
Where
And-
are we? Because the hallway is confusing. I'm sorry, I know we've been through this, but
I don't know if you
Yeah,
can see my pings, but if you came to like here, you'd be fine.
I think you should just take your token, Many, like this.
okay.
Does that make sense?
Okay.
And then leave the bear
Yeah,
token
it's
there.
just really,
Okay.
it's really dark. Delete it.
And if this makes sense, I'm not letting her go through a door alone.
Okay, sure. I mean, the horse appears and she's standing there,
Sure.
you know, and she says, this isn't the security, sorry. She touches the horse's head, and she disappears.
That bitch. I say in bear. Do I still smell her?
You do. Declan, does an 18 hoof stomp hit you?
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right. The nightmare kicks you and then disappears.
Okay. I'll use my reaction to half the damage then.
All right. And she and the nightmare are gone. You can kind of hear her, like, the words like, I'm sorry. It's not my time yet. There's like whispers in the air. You can feel her around you, but she's not anything that you can touch or interact with. Up ahead, you see a statue. It's staring at you.
Yeah, I'll usher everybody into the room.
It says, don't take another step. Oh no. You
No, I was just trying to make room for Ed.
You're staying right there. Don't even try. Clunk. It moves in front of the entrance.
What's this?
What's that? Never mind that.
Can I reach out and open this without taking another step?
Yeah. It's gonna be like a simple sleight of hand check. I just want to see if you're graceful enough to pull that off. Okay, yeah. You're like, what are you doing? Leave it alone.
I didn't take another step. You said don't take another step. I didn't step.
Oh, you think you're clever, don't you?
No, we're just following instructions. Do you have other instructions for us?
Yeah. Hey, can you hear me? Excuse me. Not you, sorry. Yeah, there's people here to see you.
Yeah, fuck him. Let's hit him.
Okay, so are you jumping into the door, or are you trying to hit the statue?
Both? I think we're just trying to go.
Oh, to go past the
If
statue?
he's calling back for help,
I mean,
it's
I don't know
okay,
if
we're gonna
he's
ask.
distracted, but I'll, where you get a surprise round, but I will give the first person an initiative advantage to hit. I'll give you that.
Yeah, I think it's more that, I don't know if we're going down the hole or attacking him. I think that as opposed to just letting the narrative continue without initiative, if he's calling back home, we're clearly in...
I mean, do you want to fight a stone golem at, 11:47 Eastern? It's up to you. I can totally do it. I'm just saying.
I don't know.
There's only 4 of you.
Unfortunately, half of my party has pulled out a bunch of shit I wasn't expecting at 11:30 at night, so...
Yep.
So we going down the trapdoor?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think I fit there as a bear. Do not think I
Have myself selected.
If this combat doesn't start at 11:48 and instead becomes a cliffhanger, Spencer can tell me what this next person's deal is, and then I could roleplay the shit out of them.
I think it's up to you to decide what the next person's deal is.
You can
right?
see what the person's deal is, Emiya. Like, you can see kind of what their deal is. Think about that. I need to beef
write it
it.
somewhere?
I need to beef it out. No, you just have to shift double click on the token. I have to beef
Oh,
it
and
up.
also this thing apparently can't speak.
The stone golem? Look, I was made in Silvery Moon. I've got a serial
I got
number
a PM
here.
that was like, "Why can the stone golem speak to you?" I was like,
Was this in Twitch or what?
"Yeah."
Yeah, look, the Dungeon Master doesn't know how the game works, so anyone curious about that should know.
Nothing can talk until the DM says it can.
Precisely.
Fact.
Yeah. So I don't know. Let's say we roll for initiative, open up the door, and jump down inside,
You got it.
and that'll be a great place to end it.
Okay.
Assuming
Well, everyone rolled higher than the than the stone golem.
Yeah.
I didn't roll yet.
I have a very complicated magic mouth spell.
Hey, there it is.
Oh, brown bear. I'm the fastest.
Wait, I should have rolled that with Brown Bear stats, not my stats. Physical.
Wait, I thought you were just as slow as the brown bear.
No. Brown Bear is faster than me. By a tiny bit.
By one. I think you should be a cave bear by now too. You're like level 7.
Yeah, I haven't leveled my forms in a long time.
Yeah. Work on that.
Excuse me. Are we okay? Are we doing this next week? Okay. I can talk. A lot of people don't think that I can. My mouth doesn't move, but I got a speaker on my chest.
You want to know what you should do?
What?
Stop talking.
Oh, I'm gonna rock your face with my rock hands.
I mean, so for argument's sake, 3 of us go before he does, so we can jump down into the hole, and then even if Medi gets hit, she could get hit for 10,000 damage, and
Yeah,
all
I'm
that
still-
would happen is she would revert back to her form with full
Which
health.
I want to do anyways to get
Right.
to that tiny.
And you
Damage
could then just
carries over.
disengage and jump down.
The damage carries over between forms. If she took 10,000 damage, she would be dead 1,000 times over.
He's
I'm sorry, I'm hearing somebody talking who turned their back on the party. That must be a mistake.
Oh my god!
Wow.
I think I'm getting
Wow.
interference from another channel.
Wow.
Spencer, can you check the connection?
Yeah, hold on a second here. Oh wait, it's me, the golem. I'm not done. People don't believe in my ability to speak. It's racism against fantasy creatures.
Oh,
Not racism. We just don't want to hear you, Stock.
Oh, I really like the movie Toy Story. Like, it gives people an accurate understanding. Anyway, that's all.
Then why
I
don't
think-
you just Buzz Lightyear and go to Infinity and Beyond?
Oh.
Nap.
Well, anyone that is watching and, private messaging players and asking them questions, good on you. Thank you for being here. Even if you're friends of people here or whatever, I appreciate that you're watching. And get in our Discord, please. I don't mute that Discord, so you can just spam me and force me to mute it. You could be the reason that I have to mute that Discord because it interrupts my work time. So, like, be the change you want to see in the world. Thank you. I'm gonna cut the stream, and we'll probably have a little bit of a secret conversation, but you can always ask us in Discord if there's any updates. If there's someone here that wants to know that sort of thing. Thanks again. Bye.
Bye, stream chat. Bye. I love you, stream chat.
Oh, and those watching VOD, you're extra special. I love you.